J-Rob was like, I just need a goddamn second, please.
No, let's get it. Nah, Tuesdays is just like my worst day of the week. Like I don't have an hour. Like I feel like on Tuesdays I don't have.
Yeah, this is my weekend, J-Rob. So that's why I was like, no, let me just go ahead and pop a Corona real quick.
Y'all going live on TikTok?
Hey man, W grind.
They live on TikTok right now?
I might say where y'all going live on. Oh, just here. I thought you were going live on TikTok.
I should go live. I should go live on TikTok, honestly, but I don't know how to do it.
Y'all might as well, right?
I don't know how to do
that
either.
Can we add it? Can we add it onto?
Yeah, we'll try it.
I'm about to start getting toxic on. I'm about to start getting more toxic on TikTok lives. That's what we got to start doing too, honestly.
Hey man,
something that can help if y'all do if y'all make, you know what, I'm gonna make a prompt for TikTok so you put this green screen. It'll be like a question that make people come in. That'll be fun.
Honestly, I should just go in there and just troll you, bro. You got the most followers, so we're gonna poach yours.
You gonna troll me?
There's not like a time I go on TikTok where I just start scrolling and Ty's just on there doing work, like working or doing something.
After meeting Mookie, I know Mookie Jones. I know exactly how to troll to get a comment out of somebody. I know exactly what to do.
Oh, for sure. Definitely know exactly what buttons to push, bro. Come on now. Hey man. Also, hey, welcome Black Sensei Society. We here. The Senseis, the captains, we here. We're gonna talk about some villains. We got some segment ideas we about to push out too, of course. Also, I will say this: I got some guests planned in the future episode. I got some people who want to hop on the show.
Yeah, and, that one you said, I'm excited, bro. That one you said,
yeah. So those will be good episodes when these peoples come on, of course. But how we doing? How we feeling? What's going on?
Doing good.
Man. I'm doing good, man. New World of Warcraft patch just dropped today. You know, shout out to World of Warcraft, man. If you play WoW, come holla at me. Go.
Yeah, this background is fire. I see. I just wish that Bakugo wasn't covered up, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's how I really feel, honestly.
Before I put myself in the middle, Ty. I'm hating.
This is off rip.
Baku goats. You mean?
You're my fault, Bakugo. Let me correct myself.
Hating off rip. That's why I covered him.
My boy about to nuke All For One.
Hey yo, and he still has not used One For All yet.
He's gonna use it.
I'm waiting for One For All.
He's gonna use it.
It's every chapter like we gonna use.
Y'all hold on, Ty. Y'all act like the.
Y'all have your excuses. I'm like, okay.
Ty, Jared, y'all act like the manga is ending tomorrow. Y'all act like the manga is ending tomorrow. When he
what else is?
J-Rob, I'm gonna call you right on Telegram. Be like, give my money, please.
Bro, what I'm saying is there's no signs left, bro. There's no signs that's
he's gonna use it.
How many more chapters till y'all just call the bet?
Here's my thing, right? If
the bet call, he paid what he it's over. Come on, Lonnie. You know
everybody. Here's the thing, right? I'm not against.
I was wrong. I'm not out here trying to be like Meek, right? I'm gonna pay my bets.
Bro, no, I'm not against him using One For All. Right?
Yeah, Meek go.
I just feel like the way that y'all are saying it, y'all are saying like he's gonna use One For All, and it won't make sense. That's how y'all are saying it, which I don't
have a problem with him using it.
If he does use it, it will make 100% sense. But I don't think he's gonna.
I don't know. We'll see.
The latest chapter though, J-Rob and Ty, I need y'all to explain this all of a sudden hyper durability. Because he just crashed through a building.
Looked like he just took
came out of it like it was nothing.
Wait, he crashed a building during that exam with All Might. What are you talking about? All Might knocked.
Why is he that durable? I've always wanted to ask.
Why is he that durable?
They're mutants, bro.
He's a main character.
They're mutants.
Main character durability.
They are literally mutants. Why are we like? Why?
Yeah, you throwing that at that wall. He's not making it through the wall. What are we talking about?
Bro has the ability to make explosions come out of his hand, and you wonder how he could go. Like, give me a break, dog.
Asking a question.
Hey,
give me a break, y'all.
Because they're mutants.
Now y'all being a little disingenuous. Come on, dog.
I'm not saying if he gets One For All, I don't really care.
Hey, I gotta troll you. I gotta troll J-Rob till I get my money back, bro.
Bro literally has
Endeavor fell down from the atmosphere. Endeavor fell that Nomu. Endeavor fell down from the atmosphere when he fought that Nomu. But now I said, why could Bakugo get crashed to a building? Because it's fucking anime.
I was like,
stop.
It's just fucking.
I was skeptical on that too, but whatever.
We've seen him do it in.
Yo, the explanations y'all looking for, bro, and that they give you.
I don't think that he's gonna get One For All. I don't think he's gonna get it.
I'm a bystander.
Woo! When he uses it, Lonnie, I'm gonna be cheesy like a mug on here.
You say we'll get One For All too. You're not a bystander, but you know the problem is, J-Rob, they are so angry that Bago is him, and he's such a good character. They're
I'm not angry.
They
Random's angry. I'm not angry.
They want him to not be a good character.
They
so
want him to
bad,
fail so bad.
So bad.
It
won't happen.
Think about him failing.
It won't happen. I'm sorry.
First of all, whoa. I never said I wanted Bakugo to fail. I just don't like him as a character.
In your heart, you do though, Random. In your heart, you want him to fail. You know in your heart you want him to fail.
And the thing is too that loses me is like I feel like he's done such a good job. Like he's such a well-written character. It's like the fact that you feel this way, just like I don't know.
Bruh, I made the clip. Yeah, like if I was truly hating, I would have made that clip, J-Rob, for you. I would have made the clip.
I'm
give my dog some love.
I'm gonna say this one last thing we can move on.
Show them love. You saw that thumbnail. What are you talking about?
I want this one last thing we move on.
Not enough love.
I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this one last thing, right? This is how Nubako haters were full of it. This man literally gave up his lung for Deku, and they said that's still not enough. He bows down and apologizes. He gives up his lung. He's like, but I don't forgive him. I'm like, what? This man almost died for Deku.
Do not. No. Hold on. Don't throw me in there. I respected the fact that he did it because deep down in his heart, he knows he did Deku wrong. He knows he did.
It wasn't enough. You said it wasn't enough.
When did I say that? When did I say that, Ty?
We were on the call.
When did I say him getting punched in the lung was not enough?
Bro.
Yo, he is. Yo, I learned today, Ty.
Y'all said that he hasn't done enough, and I was like, random is long for him.
Random is a bit of a gaslighter, bro. You're gonna.
I
learned that today. Actually, I learned that today. I was like, yo, why am I getting so mad? He's literally gaslighting us,
bro.
Me and Rendell, he's literally gaslighting us, bro.
Shout out Angie Carr sending the $2 super chat. They asked devil fruits versus quirks, which one you'd choose?
Well, I'm black, so I don't really need to swim. I'm choosing devil fruits.
Damn, going racial right off top.
I know how to swim, bro. I know how to swim. I want to keep that. So.
But like
I'm not gonna lie.
Quirks, like you really don't know. Like, what if you just wake up like your quirk awakens and you just wake up with a hammerhead?
I'm not
like, then what you gonna do? Then like
I'm kind of with you. I'm gonna go devil
just toilet paper man. Like no,
I'm not trying to be
toilet paper. Look, I can work with toilet paper, dude. Like the guy.
I'm not trying to be a mute.
If my head is a toilet paper roll, who am I pulling? Who am I pulling?
First of all,
look, just save somebody. We know you think
Gang
Orca is literally a whale. What are we talking about? He pulling. What are you talking about?
Hey, cheer! Shout out Gang Orca, man.
Yeah,
I'm not
Gang Orca pulls.
I think
they look like a whale. What are we talking about?
Gang Orca is fire, bro.
They're technically dolphins. I'm not trying to be.
I think we have to understand like how My Hero characters view things. Because, like, for example, when we see like someone with a spray bottle head in My Hero, they don't react because it's normalized to them. It doesn't seem weird to them. So if you had a water bottle head, they would think you're normal. Like
I would think I'm not
looking at myself in the mirror when I have like a squeegee for a face.
Hold on. I got a question for Ty.
What's up?
If I have a water bottle head, am I gonna be able to get with Midnight?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay, there's more women on there.
Come on now, bro.
She flipped little kids. I don't know what she into.
But she don't want to buy water.
I don't know that.
There's more women out there other than Midnight, Riddell.
Hey, put some more respect. Shout out to Midnight though.
There's more women out there other than Midnight, Riddell.
Shout out to Midnight. Shout out to Midnight, man.
There's more women out there other than Midnight. Just because you wanted Midnight, you got to understand your limitations.
I ain't talking about you.
Shout out Princess Hibana. Shout
out Miracle. I'm not getting Miracle.
Shout out Princess Hibana. Shout out Miracle. Shout out to all the real goons.
Devil fruits can theoretically be as wild as quirks. It's about manifestation of dreams, so they can be just as crazy.
Are there some bad devil fruits?
But I wouldn't have a spray bottle head.
Todoroki don't got a spray bottle head. He got ice and he got hot and fire. Like that's fire.
He had to go through a bunch of trauma to figure that stuff out.
Tampon man. How am I
supposed
to?
Or you get explosions. About got explosions. That's tough.
Hey, but it's a gamble. I don't want the gamble. Even though I want the gamble too.
Let me know.
Let's be very clear. You're not getting whatever devil fruit you want. The top devil fruits are not just out there willy nilly. You can just get.
I think I'm more likely to not get what devil fruit do you just like never want? Like what devil fruit is that?
I don't want Minetta's joint. I
devil fruit. See, you picked the quirk right at me.
Yeah, but Minetta's is so bad compared to literally everybody else on the show. Minetta's is so bad.
I will admit, I gotta admit, Ty, I'm definitely picking the devil fruits. I'm not gonna front because I don't want to look like Octopops and all of that. Like I'm not trying to look like that,
bro, you're just glue. That's
like shout out, like I'm not trying to, I'm as a black man, I ain't trying to get, be against any way for how they look, but I don't want to have Court Gecko. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that, bro. Like, I don't want scales, bro. I don't want scales, bro. Like, I don't.
I guess.
So let's start off how we usually started off. Agenda hour. You know what I'm saying? Let's not try to take too long with the agendas. We got a tier list, so we got to get to, of course.
Yes,
I'll start it off. There's an anime I started watching, and that free run anime is really like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Live stream coming next week.
We mentioned it.
Yeah, live stream coming.
I'm saying it
What's
now.
it called
It's
again?
my agenda. It
Free
might
Run, The
be
Journey Beyond.
Journey's End.
We'll have some baddies on there, guys.
Season. It might be the best anime of the season. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't forget
Shout
to send
out,
me that link.
When do y'all send me the picture of it?
I got
Is
you.
it on Crunchyroll?
I'll send you right now.
Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll.
All right, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm watching it. I promise you, if it's whack,
Yo, J-Rob, I actually got a story about it today.
J-Rob, I feel like you might like it, bro, because it got some action, but it got that.
Is it? Well, let me ask you a question. Is this like some Eminence and Shadows nonsense?
No.
Can I say something real quick?
It has a good story.
Apparently, like a lot of my mutuals were talking about Eminence and Shadows. They said it was fire. So somebody on this panel is lying. I don't know who's lying.
J-Rob, and
remember, I told him he has.
Yo, it's not whack. I didn't say it's trash. It's not trash. I'm not a fan of it.
I just said it's overrated.
It's not for me.
He said that it was fire, and all my mutuals in the comments said, "Yo, there's not enough episodes." It's so
check the
good.
private chat.
Somebody's lying. I don't know who's lying though.
Yeah,
you don't give a damn about Black Wizard King.
I told them I didn't really start enjoying. I didn't really start diving, like really getting into the show till episode 12 and 13. I was like, yo, like I was dragging. Like I was like taking my time. Like I took like a few days off. But like once I got to episode 12, 13, then I was like locked in. He stopped at episode 11 after I told him that. I'm just like.
Also, Ty, I'm different. I started reading the manga, then I read the light novel, and that's why I'm a fan.
No, but
so
yeah, J-Rob's, but Freyren, the manga, when it came out, it won. I think it won a few awards for its
one of the points.
Story.
Jesus Christ, I don't understand how y'all don't get this.
Yeah,
I don't understand how y'all don't get this. Sid is a terrible person. He's literally delusional. That's his character. That's part of his character.
It sounds like we started telling you about Bakugo.
Fine, whatever.
No, but
that's the point, right?
Freyren, the manga itself won a few awards. And actually today, like I told my best friend because she wanted to join for the live stream. I was like, yo, like check out the first episode because I don't want you just like hate it or whatever. Like, and then you're just not gonna say shit during the live stream. So she's like, all right, go watch. I'm gonna watch it while I'm on the treadmill at the gym. Hits me up. She's like, why you got me crying in the gym off the first episode? So I'm just like, damn.
So we funny people, funny black men. Shout out us. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I like the fact that Freyren tackles a part that we don't usually see in anime in terms of when you get that grand adventure and then you like they tackle what happens after that when like one person who's left. And I don't want to spoil it too much, but J-Rob, I really think you will like that show.
Shit gets a little dark.
Freyren?
Yeah, Freyren. It gets a little dark.
Sounds a little overrated if you ask me, but I'm gonna check it out. No, I'm just kidding.
You gotta lock in. You gotta lock in, J-Rob. My thing with Freyren, because it's like it plays into the, you know how there's that usual hero defeats the Demon King stuff. Well, it's a story after that situation, and you're following an immortal elf, not immortal, but an elf that lives a long time. We already know this. We're following her journey, how she's learning about humans, how she. I don't want to spoil anything, but I really like it. I think it's one of the best anime of this season, arguably the best anime of this season. So, shout out for
it'll be nominated for sure.
For
anime of the year.
Like the new anime, I absolutely expect it to be nominated for sure.
Okay, right, I hope so. I can't wait to watch.
What else we got? What else we got?
Well, I guess I can go next. So I was having a conversation, and I mentioned it in the private chat a little bit with one of my boys, and we were just talking about anime, and then he was like, "You know what? What do you think great Western like stories would be?" And Lonnie, we can throw it down whenever you want. But
whenever you're ready, bro.
Game of Thrones, I think, would be a fantastic anime. Now, mind you, I know a lot of people are saying, "Wait a minute." But people have to understand Game of Thrones right now, the books are only they're basically about to get to the battle on the ice between Stannis and Ramsay Bolton. That's where the actual book is at. So the later seasons of Game of Thrones, throw them shits away and give it to somebody else. Like, imagine if you give Ishiyama, after what he just did with Attack on Titan, and you give him the ability to write the rest of that story. I think it'd be fantastic. The plot's great, political intrigue's great. dragons, actual good use of dragons. They're basically the nukes of that world. And Ishiyama, I'm just using Ishiyama as an example, but I think he would like realize that that God, I could make this work. Plus, they're two. Besides all the political intrigue that we know, J-Rob, the Red Wedding, all that stuff. Danny's still coming, and there's still the apocalypse with the White Walker still coming. So I'm like sitting down there. I'm like, this is fantastic. I would love to see Game of Thrones becoming an anime.
Yeah, I'm down. I mean, I want to see it. I'm not mad at it. I mean, I'm in a place where I just want more adaptations. Like, I'm just gonna always bring it up. Ordeal just needs to be turned into the anime because that's for the people, bro. Like, I'm standing on that. Like, that's gonna be the one thing I'm gonna advocate on any anime platform is that Ordeal needs to be put into real life because I think the concept of it is fire. The ability, one of the best power systems that nobody talks about. So I'm rocking with it, bro.
I think I said in the chat The Witcher, and then I also said Hunger Games, which he disagreed with. I don't know how he can hate on the Hunger Games. It's like one of the most successful franchises ever. But whatever. And you hated on Jennifer Lawrence, which is crazy.
I just said she's above average. You out here thinking like I said she's the ugliest woman on the planet. She's above average.
You said barely above average. We're talking about Jennifer Lawrence. We're talking about Jennifer Lawrence.
She's a 7 out of 10. You out here acting like I said she's a 3.
Get Dr. Umar out your hot.
Do not. So let's.
Scarlett Johansson clears. What are we talking about?
But you ain't just gonna call her a barely.
Bro, why y'all mad that my man got her as a 7, bro?
She's a 7.
No, he made it seem like she's like a 6.5 or something.
I said she's a barely above average. That's a 7. She's a C. You out here thinking I'm saying she's a F? No, she's a C. Scarlett Johansson clears, and you know it. You know it.
You called her a C,
to make you feel better. I think Taylor Swift
called her a C.
Yeah,
C might be crazy. C might be crazy.
Come on, bro.
I'm just going on a 100. She's a 70. What do you want me to say? She's a 700 out of 1,000. Does that make you feel better, Lonnie?
She can pull up in her Mystique little.
Yeah, random would blush if she's.
I'm gonna walk right past it to Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. That's what I'm gonna do. That's
why you comparing Scarlett Johansson? We're just talking about Jennifer.
I'm all right.
Okay, bro.
I'm all right. Yuji from JJK can have his preferences. I just don't have to agree with him. That's all I'm saying.
Shout out Drink More Water. He said, I'm curious, how much time do you spend reading, watching anime per week? Y'all seem to be up on a lot of different mangas and shows.
For me personally, it just goes through my week, bro, to be honest. Like, I can't sit here and say I feel like I gotta catch up all the time because anime is just kind of a part of my week, so I just am always tapped in. And like, before bed, late night, that's like manga time. Like, I'm reading this stuff for bed and all that. So that's for me.
I'm always like, whenever I have like a spare time, I know I have a significant amount of time to just kind of sit down. I'm just always kind of like, okay, am my scriptures out? And also I'm reading like, oh, God just picked up this story. Like Lonnie recommended beginning after the end. So that week, all I did was read that. So I think if I don't know if I can put an accurate like number on it, but it's like right before bed, like J-Rob said, or when I just have a spare second, because there's always something new, man. There's always something new in anime coming out. So right when you like the one that I think I have told you, it's about this serial killer who's a cop, but he only kills serial killers. It's like Dexter, but and it's a manga, and I'm like, this is fantastic. It's fucking fantastic. I need to find the name of it so I can get you guys to read it. Fantastic. Only a couple chapters out right now. It's great.
Yeah, let me know.
That's fine. For me, I guess, I mean, it helped that when I was younger, I was actually in the anime space. So I was watching anime, so I don't have to like catch up on like the Naruto's, Bleaches, One Piece. I was already in there, so I can kind of check out the new stuff as I go. Usually I try to leave it off day, so I watch like an anime. Sundays I read the weekly manga, so just couple of chapters. It doesn't really take too long. You just gotta, instead of watching YouTube, just put on that anime. You know what I'm saying?
Put on that anime, man.
Put on that
or you could be like one of my boys. He watches anime. Oh, he watches manga. People like who read the manga as YouTube channels. That's what he does all day.
You could do that too, for sure. You can watch us watch anime. Shout out Random. He's watching Pluto.
Fantastic opening episode. Fantastic opening episode. I got all of you guys for recommending. It was great. Absolutely great.
I think I have a few off days in the week.
Shout out to Pluto.
My main time is like when I'm gonna go into the bathroom. I'll just end up being like I'll be in the bathroom for like a good 2-3 hours just reading manga.
That's crazy.
Can I tell you my agenda that I'm 100% pushing? and
What?
I'm ready to fight for it.
Fight for it.
Do you want to read the super chat first, Riddell, or do you want to wait for Ty's agenda?
I just want to say freeze over eyes, and that's all I gotta say. We can move on. And I'll explain it. Don't worry, I'm prepared.
We talked about it last week.
We can talk. We can talk.
No, bro, this is the problem. This is the problem with people. You give them an inch. You say, yeah, you got it, bro.
And he says that
like, you gotta keep dragging it. You gotta keep dragging it.
This is like the third week.
Look, now he's gonna gaslight. Now he's gonna gaslight us.
I have a question for y'all. When's the last time I read the Dragon Ball manga?
Bro,
I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's been a while because
you thought that the ending of Z was GT, which isn't true. So I'm saying, like, my problem with people when they talk about Dragon Ball is that they don't remember it. Y'all don't remember the series.
Maybe it's not
a lot of times. A lot of the case that be, and I'd be like when I debate people about Dragon Ball, it'd be based on shit that either never happened or just a misconception because they haven't consumed it in such a long time, which is fine.
I only watched the anime. I never read the manga.
Which is, and the thing about it is that the manga is completely different than anime. Like a lot of the Funimation dub changed a lot of the lines, which changed the perception of characters, and that's why people think that Goku from Dragon Ball Z to Super is a different character because they changed his lines in the dub. That's another thing. So I'm like, I don't know, man. Freeze over that nigga, bro.
That's fine, bro.
And we can debate it.
No debate. I actually got no debate. I'm not really crazy about freezing like that. So, and it is what it is.
Just meant to me.
Shout out Mike, $5 super chat. Name an antagonist you think was too strong to be reasonably defeated, and one you think was too weak to pose a serious threat. Oh, that's a good one.
Too strong to be defeated?
I mean, the obvious one.
You gonna say Madara?
Yeah, Madara. Is the obvious one. He didn't know how to take out Madara.
I don't know if I buy that.
I don't know.
Then Kishimoto said that's why he took like an extra 2-week break because he did.
What was the question again? Sorry.
So, like, an antagonist that was too strong to be reasonably defeated, and one that's too weak to pose a serious threat.
Well, somebody antagonist who couldn't be reasonably defeated.
You-ha!
Aizen.
And you-ha, both of them niggas.
Both of them.
Those arcs are shaky for me because somehow Ichigo stopped fate. He stopped the few. I don't know how he did it. You know, I get the whole 0.5 chapter about to shatter fate. You see the goddamn moon, I get it. But Yuha, for sure.
Low key, I want to say Kaido because that nigga was just whooping them for like non-stop. Like if you really think about it,
he was whooping Luffy for dumb.
Like he whooped Luffy like 3 times in a row, then whooped Zoro, then whooped Law. And
wait, Luffy just kept coming back.
Then Yamamoto. It's like it was really just unfair. Like everyone was jumping in.
Yeah,
he was
plot armor was whooping his ass on that.
Kaido fought Wano, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Kaido really worked for that defeat, bro. You had to go all out to get that.
No, that's a fact. Actually, that's a fact.
You had to really work your ass off for that, Kaido.
I would say it's someone that was too weak to pose a serious threat. I guess it's harder this is a harder question because most villains that are weak are really smart. But I guess you could say like Hisoka, right, in Hunter x Hunter, because in reality, compared to like. Compared to some of the big wigs, like Hisoka's far weaker.
Wait, hold on a second.
Have you read the latest chapters, bro?
No. It's not that. I think it's a serious threat. I think here's my thing, right? I think when you talk about serious threat, I'm talking about in the moment when they're meeting these characters, they're not a serious threat. Hisoka was him. Like they could not fuck with Hisoka when they first met him. Now you would say looking back, he's weak now, sure.
That's what I have to do because I can't really think. There's really someone said Kabuto. But also, like, you can make the same argument when they first met him, Kabuto was a threat. So there's really not many villain antagonists that are like they're weak in the like.
Unless you want to throw in like Sword Art Online antagonists because they were all kind of.
But Buggy at that time,
you can say Buggy. I don't
was Luffy definitively stronger than Buggy when they met.
We don't even know if he's stronger than Buggy now.
Stop.
You don't know that, bro. I'm gonna keep holding out faith for Buggy. Y'all don't know if Buggy's weak or not. None of us really do, bro. That is the plot, bro. Like I'm telling you, the whole thing is for Buggy to be funny and weak, and he's a gag character. But I'm sorry, listen. Oda does not strike me as like, I understand it's nuanced to a lot of his shit, and he tries to, play with you, but bruh, you telling me he made a weak character a Yonko? I'm just not. I can't get behind it, bro. And maybe he did. And maybe damn sure he did.
Because a lot of it's kind of like bullshitting your way to the top. Like that's kind of
bro, maybe some way he's just Buggy been playing a character. Like he been bullshitting his way to the top, not because he's weak, because he wants people to perceive him this way to help him get there. That's how I look at it, bro. I just can't think Buggy's just a weak character, bro. I know I have nothing to stand on that.
He's necessarily weak.
Yeah, I don't think. I think I mean they made him a Yonko based off of like his resume, which is
I'm clouded. Yeah,
and
but bro, he was on Roger's ship, cause it's not. Nah, I'm not Jack. Yo, Buggy got some shit for y'all. I don't know when.
I mean, hold on a second. Is everybody on Luffy's ship like ultra powerful? No, he's gonna be the next Pirate King.
Yeah, I would get behind that. I would get behind that. I would
that thundercloud kind of.
I would get behind that tie only if the character you're saying didn't become a goddamn Yonko.
But you become a Yonko based off your.
Yo! I just said what I said, bro. Just let me have my opinion, bro. I think he's strong. Bro. I just think he's strong, bro. I can't go back and forth, bro. I just think he might be. I just think he might be strong, Ty. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Can I? Damn. Until I see it happen, Griffith from Berserk. Because realistically, I understand we got a new scripture last week. How the hell are they gonna kill Griffith? How are they gonna beat him?
Oh, too strong.
Too strong. How are they gonna beat Griffith? No. How are they gonna beat Griffith for real?
How
they literally took everything from Guts in the not this chapter, but like 2 chapters ago. They took everything from him.
Was a father in
I thought how he lost was
because the way he lost would you count that or not?
No, they what they did was that Hohenheim made a basically a anti-transportation circle and it could have
right. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, that's true.
And then obviously to kind of put the seal in the coffin, greed.
Yeah, like they body. And then they were like jumping and racing philosopher stuff. So that makes sense.
So I'm not mad at that.
Lust was too weak in my opinion.
Oh, I thought the perfect one, Kira from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because Jotaro was by far stronger than Kira. He was by far Kira is nowhere close to Jotaro in terms of strength. He just was able to always get out of it somehow. He was able to always not face Jotaro. So
I am convinced this man has not watched JoJo a day in his life.
What are we talking? Kira was okay. Lonnie, was Kira weaker, by far weaker than Jotaro?
Oh.
Yes, he was. All right.
Yep. No, not when he rumbled up. No,
bro. The moment Jotaro was like, "Oh, I finally got you," he used his time stop ability, beat the crap out of him. Come on, bro. There's levels to this. We talking about.
One last one. I guess I know it's weird because he's also the main character, but Ainz from Overlord. He's the villain of the story. How are they gonna beat him? How is it? The only way they win is that he goes back. He gets Isekai back to his body.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever gonna lose.
He's the villain of the story, though. You're basically watching the Demon King take over the world in Overlord.
But to be fair, I only watched season 1. I've been holding back.
Riddell, go back, please, sir.
Eventually.
Oh my god. Season
Does anybody else have any other agendas?
No agendas from Jay Reezy right now.
Not necessarily agendas, but I did want to note that Netflix is turning into Netflix After Dark.
What that mean?
So a new anime came out called Blue Samurai. And what I say, I'm a perv, y'all. I'm a perv.
Good fan service? Good fan service?
No, it was
kind of service you like,
They went beyond fan service because it's okay to have sex in your shows. And this is like a 3D anime. But they went over and over the top. J-Rob, when I mean the sex scenes were more than 2-3 minutes, that was the light parts. There was no reason. There was no, and I do like the show, Tank. The fighting was amazing. The fight scenes were crazy. I did love the fight scenes. But
that's what I like to hear, honestly.
There was no reason for a whole village of people to jump into a river butt ass naked. I did not need to see 30 3D dicks. I didn't need to see that.
Oh, see.
Then there was a whole brothel thing, right? That's fine for brothels, but it had to be the one brothel that a lot of stuff was happening on was the only BDSM brothel Where
So
all
I
types
can't even
of
look
shit
at the
was happening.
screen. You look
All
at now.
3 straight episodes, I saw an octopus on someone's vagina. Why? I have no
What?
idea. This is
Lonnie,
Netflix.
slow down,
This is
Lonnie, slow down,
Netflix.
Lonnie, slow
Yeah, I
down.
can't watch this show.
This is
my
on
boy.
Netflix. This is on
I can't
Yes.
watch the show. I was
Bro.
so interested in it, but I can't watch it.
My issue with like this stuff, bro, is like I'm not trying to watch
Yo,
anime
it was
to get
excessive.
horny. I'm not trying
Like,
to watch
yo,
anime to get horny, bro.
people are just
I'm trying to watch
thinking
anime
That's
for
true, too.
storytelling,
Just
bro.
That's true,
there.
too.
I'm just
Very
like,
true, too.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just trying to see a little fan service, but let's keep it to the story too. You feel me? Unless it's
some of the
Unless it's High
scenes
School
were
of the Dead.
pertaining to the story, but
unless it's High School of the
that
Dead. Unless it's High School of the Dead. Unless it's High School of the Dead.
Oh my goodness. Before we head into our villain tier list, I got a new segment called the Gauntlet. So I'm gonna name something. I'm gonna name a character. I'm gonna name another character, and you just tell me who you choose. You know, doesn't need some deep explanation. You could maybe if you want to say one sentence, but all right. Gauntlet, Kuma, Father Edition. Who's the better father out of these individuals? If you read the recent One Piece chapter, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's start. So Kuma, Von Hohenheim. Ty, what we say? Who's the better father?
I'm gonna say Kuma because he was there, but Hohenheim couldn't be there because he had to travel the world and plant the Philosopher's Stones for the transportation circle. So I'm gonna say Kuma. But
okay, J-Rob, who you got?
This is actually a good one. I want to lean Hohenheim as well, but I'm gonna go Kuma as well. Actually,
okay,
Kuma. But I also want to say Kuma might just be getting some love because of the chapters right now. He's been one of the hottest characters in One Piece as of late, I think. So you know, he might just be hot right now. People falling in love with Kuma, which is kind of whack. They should have been in love with Kuma. If you really know about my dog Bartholomew,
I feel it.
You feel me? If you really know about Bartholomew,
Lonnie, what you got?
Kuma.
Random.
I abstain because I'm not caught up on One Piece. So
all right, Random is abstaining for the entire segment. Fair enough. Catch up on One Piece, Random. Shaking my head. All right,
working on it, man. It's a lot. There's a lot.
We done heard that excuse so much times, bro. Like I'm tired of hearing the same excuses.
Sir, I got other interests and work.
Man,
I apologize. I was late to
Yo, listen. We all have work. We all have the same things. What's your excuse?
Yeah, but y'all started early.
Yo, this is like the NBA bubble, man. There's no excuses. Everybody got.
I read 1,000 chapters.
Tank ride with me. Tank ride with me. Me and you, Tank. We riding together.
Yeah.
All right, Kuma or Minato?
I mean,
Lonnie, we'll go with you.
Don't make me do this, bro.
What do you mean?
Go on.
Oh my god. Kuma. Wait. Not Kuma. Fuck. Oh god.
You struggling?
Yeah, that hurt my soul, bro.
Why?
For some reason, like you say that just made me like rethink of like that Minato chapter that came out a few months ago.
Nigga, did you just start crying?
I didn't start crying. It was just tough. It was like, damn.
Bro,
nigga, I know you ain't just come up here and start crying, my nigga.
Bro, not
my
dad.
Be in tune with your emotions.
It's unfortunate, but Minato was a dad for like an hour, bro.
Exactly.
Like,
that's what it does. Because like you know this nigga's a good dude.
Hours, like,
yeah, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
He was a dad for like 2 hours.
Are we really about to look? I get it.
Unfortunately,
he protected his son and all that. Stop it. He was never there. Kuma.
Also, in the alternate reality episode, filler episodes, he was
the Hokage to take care of his son.
Minato would have been a good dad, but you know
he did die for his son, man.
Sure, no, I feel you.
Listen. I would die for my son any day, but at the same time, if his football coach or his basketball coach really helped him out, like I'm dad, but you know this man might be his father figure because he's holding it down on a day-to-day, you know.
Someone else taking the job. I feel you. All right, we got Kuma or Igneel from Fairy Tail.
Kuma.
Ooh, I'm actually gonna go Igneel.
Yeah, I'm going Igneel. I'm sorry.
I'm going Igneel, man.
I'm gonna say Kuma.
He groomed the goon.
That's a good one though.
with him the entire time in his stomach.
He groomed the goon, bro. He groomed the goon.
Okay. We got like two more. Kuma or Ishin Kurosaki?
Kuma.
Kuma. But I like Ishin Kurosaki too, actually.
Yeah, he's always there for his kid, you know?
Yeah, I like both. I actually like both, but I'm gonna go Kuma.
Okay.
I think Kuma's getting a little recency bias from me right now. For sure.
Okay. Lonnie, you got it?
Oh, I said Kuma.
Kuma? Okay. Last two. Kuma or, if you've seen Dr. Stone, Byakuya Ishigami.
Kuma.
I'm not caught up.
Kuma. I know you're talking about Kuma.
I'm like in the middle of season 2.
Shout out to Dr. Stone and them though.
So I would abstain, but I'm leaning towards Kuma because I only really saw like a few scenes of the dude's dad in season 2. So,
man, shout out to that man Kuma, man. Just doing what you do.
And the last one, Kuma or Naruto?
Kuma.
I've seen the clip from Boruto, bro.
Oh my god!
I don't even know what Kuma's about. I'm picking Kuma.
I'm gonna be honest.
Why is Naruto? Bro,
I'll be honest. Just because of the way Naruto was a great dad to his other son, I'm gonna give Naruto the nod here.
Why do people think that Naruto works?
Dr. Stone is worth the watch.
It absolutely is.
Is it because of that one scene where he didn't go to that birthday? Is that one feel like it really stuck with people, bro?
I gotta go Naruto, bro. I gotta go Naruto.
I'm not going Naruto.
I have a question. Why is he a bad dad?
It's not that he's a bad dad. It's like
is it that birthday scene?
No, it's not just
the birthday scene, bro.
I swear, every time I saw Naruto's a bad dad, I'm not.
But also, Kishimoto is projecting because he says that he made Naruto and Boruto's relationship based off of like his relationship with his kids and how he has to work all the time, so he's not really there to connect with them. So, based off, if that's
at least he's sending a shadow clone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, bro! Listen,
I swear. The only thing y'all have is that shadow clone scene. I swear.
No, not just the shadow clones. Like it's just that Naruto's doesn't have as many like impactful, not many impactful scenes. He's busy. He's busy. I'm sorry, like he's busy. Sasuke's there. Sasuke's what J. Rob just said. Like sometimes you have like a coach or whatever. That's like the actual father. That's Sasuke. Okay?
Nah, stop. No. That's not the same.
Naruto. Yeah, I don't get the Naruto.
Who went on like a 2-year training? Who took Boruto on a 2-year training?
No. Why? Yeah, no. Don't do that. That's not the same. It's not the same. They went on 2 years of training because my boy was no longer a canon event, so he had to go figure that out.
Facts.
So he had to go figure that out. So that was a whole different
circumstances. But
bro, you acting like Naruto wasn't there from the start, bro.
I'm not saying he wasn't.
How old is he in the time skip? 16?
Like 16, 15, one of those.
He was with him for 13 years. Now he ain't a dad no more because he missed 2 years.
Yo,
no, saying he ain't a dad.
Naruto was such a good dad that someone else loved him so much that they had to seal him. That's how great of a dad he was.
That dude just got issues. He was there for like 2 days. That don't
That's great. How great Naruto is.
How great of a dad?
Kawaki's a weirdo for that. No, Kawaki's a weirdo for that.
Kawaki was
a weirdo.
Yeah, that's facts. But that's facts. Obviously, it's by design, but that's a fact.
Nigga was there for a weekend.
Hold on. Stop. That's his job. That's his duty. Like he saw himself in, bro. You don't think the reason why he was with him because Kawaki's literally Naruto, bro. Like, don't got shit.
I get that. Well, he was more like he's like more like that
Naruto
look like.
What do Naruto like turning away an orphan, bro?
I'm not saying turn him away.
Going back to them days where he's going to swing by himself.
I'm saying Kawaki's a weirdo for how he acted.
Man, he just was happy to be loved, man. I ain't mad at Kawaki. He's a hopeless child, bro. He's a child who wanted to be loved, bro. Don't you want to be loved?
Not like that.
Wow. Everybody wants parental love, whether they want to hear that or not. Wow. Just so you know.
That's tough, Lonnie. I'm not going to.
Yeah, that's tough, Lonnie. Yeah, that's tough, Lonnie.
What are we talking about? Hey, man. So let's get right into it. I found a tier maker. Is it the greatest tier maker? I don't know. But it got some good villains. So we're going to do some ranking, of course. Let me pull this thing up. What's the word? All right, here's the tier maker. Basically, how it's gonna go is we're gonna go over all these villains, these antagonists. We're gonna rank how good of the villains they are. We got S to D tier, and then obviously what majority wins. I guess we got 5 people, so we'll figure it out. So we can go down the line, and then each person picks one, and we can talk about it. We could start off. I'll start it off since I'm the one on the top of the board over here. Let's start off with. Oh, we got some interesting ones. Let's start off with Let's start off with my guy King Bradley, bro. King Bradley.
Do the right thing. Do the right
King
thing.
Bradley, man, he is one of those people that is the definition of him, bro. Every time when he's in his mode, bro, he's a savage. I would say he definitely developed as a character because once we learned he was a villain, they did it very well because we kind of learned he was a villain pretty early on to kind of see how he interacts with the characters, to see all of his moves and everything, see how savage he is, but we also see some of the gentle nature as well.
Real goon.
He really is. I'm teetering S or A for me.
Do the right thing.
I'm gonna say A. He's an A. There are certain people that's just like they really them. And at the end of the day, Bradley, even though he's amazing, he's not the main antagonist.
Wait, y'all got Aaron on here.
I didn't create it. Someone else created it.
I mean, but maybe the greatest heel turn in anime history. What are we talking about?
Might be the greatest heel turn in anime history, bro.
I think we shouldn't do Lelouch, Aaron, and I don't think we should do.
Well,
they're not villains.
Truly, Lelouch wasn't a villain, though.
I agree, so I don't know why he's on this.
Aaron, I think Aaron is more of a villain than Lelouch was.
This might be a movie or something. Maybe he turned villain in a movie. I can't really say. But since Bradley's not the main antagonist, I have to knock him a few points. So I'm gonna say A tier. What you got, random?
So I'm just looking, and I think let's just get it out the way right now. Just go ahead and put. As much as I like Griffith now as a villain, I don't think I can put him above King Bradley. So I'll put Griffith. Listen to me right now. The reason I think my problem is every time I look at Griffith, it's just that like for house. Maybe that's the problem that he's like for how smart.
No, you get a solo screen random because you said something crazy, bro.
All
right. All right, let's hear your take on how Griffith is not above Bradley. Come on,
this rap is amazing though.
But. Yeah, that's so. This is my problem is, and this is probably where I'm just not gonna get it. The reason that the thing that ultimately sets him on his villain path, in my opinion, is so dumb. It's so dumb. So obviously at this point, Griffith is like, I'm climbing the tier. I'm gonna get with a princess. I'm gonna rule Midland because I'm basically become the crown prince, even though he's clearly picking up enemies, right? So Guts finally realized that, you know what? In order for me to be a true friend of Griffith, I need to leave and actually become that person. They had that duel in the snow. Griffith just kind of collapses because he never lost in his life. I'm like, Griffith, you're so analytical. You're so analytical. And the first thing you thought of was like, I'm gonna go see the princess, get some cutty, and ruin everything. When I'm like, there's so many other decisions, in my opinion, that I think he could have done. Now, Griffith, as a villain, I think is fantastic. He's this ultimate God figure that, dear God, to this day, I've reread Berserk over and over. I don't know how the hell Miura was going to do it or how these new guys are going to find a way to take Griffith down to the point where, like, I don't think Guts fighting Griffith mano a mano is going to be the move. I think something else is going to happen. So, but what sets him on his villain arc is so dumb to me that I can't put him as an S-tier villain. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Especially, I get that he's hurting. But it's so dumb to me. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Go ahead.
I can't hear this, bro. Random. Here's my thing, right?
I can't hear this, bro.
So the thing about it is like, I think that was amazing writing. for one, it's consistent with his character. Like obviously, what makes story compelling is that characters make decisions that are true to them. That's what makes storytelling compelling. We can obviously look at any decision in all of our lives, say we should have done something else, but it's about how we feel in the moment and is it consistent with our action at the time. Griffith is someone who's obsessed with power, taking control, using people. So when someone for the first, and I think this is the irony of his character is that he does want to feel companionship and connect to people like Guts, but the thought of Guts doing something outside of his control bothers him because he's such a control freak. And so what does he do? You know, now if we want to get real, how many times if any men in the chat you've been going through something and you went to a girl because you were stressed? That is, if I keep it a band, that's some real shit. That is that's some real shit. Like you're just trying to get your mind off of it, and you can't. If we keep it real, now here's the thing, right? When you finish, you realize, damn, I fucked. I did a bad decision, but it's real. That's real shit. Like, come on, bro. And I feel like because it makes sense for him, this is the first time in his life there were things did not go according to his plan, and it broke him. That makes to me, it makes perfect sense considering who he is as a character. It makes perfect sense that, and I think it makes the storytelling more interesting because you're not always gonna make the right decisions. That's what makes characters interesting. That they have flaws. And this is the first time, you know, so funny. What I like about it is that Griffith up to that point was a very mysterious character. If you notice, up until the fight with Gus, we never heard any internal monologue. Yeah. This is the first time we're actually getting into his psyche, and we see how he's not what we thought. He's not this angelic, great person. He's actually very flawed. So that was amazing writing. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Mind you, okay, I mentioned this in the first episode and before when we talked on PC anime. There are just some things about when I watch anime that I can't just. I'm not saying that I haven't done that. Okay, we've all done it. Where it was like, "Fuck it, I'm just stressed. I'm gonna go see a girl." But God, it just in my mind, it's just so dumb. Yes, you could have seen any other girl, and been Gucci. Even. I'm just going. I know I'm wrong here.
But
I know
like,
I'm
he
wrong.
also has a relationship. He has a relationship with the princess too. Like, let's not. There's a reason why he went to her. It's not a meaningless connection, which is the important part in this conversation.
It's not, he's trying to become.
I'm all right being wrong here. I'm
all
right being wrong. I'm all right being wrong here. I'm fine.
Yeah, that's growth, random. That's growth.
That's growth.
Hey, so
I'm not trying to gaslight. I just think it's so dumb. I can't.
I'm not trying to gaslight.
It's so dumb. It's just so dumb. It's just so dumb.
Can we agree on S tier as a collective? Because
other than that, he's fucking great. It's just so dumb. What sets him off? No, actually, no, that's not true. It's not what sets him off. It's what he does right after that. It's so dumb to me.
Let's not forget the what happened afterwards with her father.
Well,
that was
fucking wild.
We don't even have to.
We don't need to get into that. That was fucking wild.
Lonnie, what is your turn?
Let's see.
Well, real quick, super chat. Shout out Drink More Water. He said, which animes have the best plot twist? Attack on Titan and Code Geass.
I'm saying besides Attack on Titan.
I'll also say Tower of God when Charlotte pushes Bond off the thing. Or was it Rachel?
Yeah,
why did I say Charlotte? It's because that's the prince's name. Yeah, when Rachel pushes Bond off the thing, I couldn't believe it. Like I sat down after the episode, I couldn't fucking believe it. I just sat there and looked at the screen.
Shout out Rachel.
If we're talking manga, I think Dead Man Wonderland has some pretty good plot twists.
Shout out to Dead Man.
Also agreed.
I like Dead Man Wonderland.
Mm-hmm. Dead Man Wonderland's good. Eisen, no. Lonnie, what was yours?
I'm looking because I forget that guy's name. He's like fourth at the bottom. But he is
Devilman Crybaby.
Yeah. He's A tier. He's definitely A tier. Devilman Crybaby is like one of those that's one of those animes where I don't recommend to people if they never watched anime. Cause it's such not just like the top it's just an insane experience. Like just from the first episode, everything about it. I feel like it's super it's intense and it's dark, but I feel that some of the extremes in it can like kind of push like some casuals away. If that makes sense. I don't know if anyone else has seen Devilman Crybaby.
I dropped it after the first episode.
Oh yeah, okay.
I watch some of it on whatever's on Netflix, honestly.
Funny story though. A girl did watch it, and she told me she's like, I unlocked after the first episode. She said that she realized she had kinks that she never knew that she had. So I was just like, okay, yeah. So
Lonnie, who are you talking?
I'm just saying, Devil May Cry Baby. It's a
Lonnie, what do you be having going on, gang?
Lonnie be having an interesting life, man.
Hey, I watch all types of anime, and it is a good watch. But
you can't watch Blue Eye Samurai, but we'll get the review from Lonnie apparently.
Saying, watch the first episode. That shit is it's a great show, but it's crazy.
J-Rob, who you got?
Just say his name and get it out of there. Just say his name, J-Rob. Get it out.
Nah, fuck that. Put Pain at the S.
Pain.
Put Pain in the S, bro. I'm not even going back and forth. Go ahead, Ty.
He wants to lock it. I respect it.
Lock it in. Lock that in.
I like Pain. I think
I respect. I think Pain has one of the greatest speeches by a villain ever, bro. One of them.
What is Pain?
Like, what is Pain? That's one of the greatest, most iconic speeches. I always gonna put Pain in S every single time.
Pain is fire.
Ty,
I'm putting Frieza in the back of A.
Setting it up right now. Is he
the biggest racist in anime for real?
Ghetto's up there.
Anime tier list, biggest racist. Is Frieza an S for real?
Yeah, because he's not. Here's the thing, right? He's not just because with Ghetto, it's like I don't like non-jujutsu sources. Frieza, like I don't like Namekians. I don't like Saiyans.
I don't like nothing.
I don't like
J-Rob, every time he says Bucky, I pause the show because I'm like, this motherfucker. I swear to God. Call Goku a monkey one more time. I swear to God, because he says it in a way that hits me in my soul, and I don't like that.
Leland from RDC do the monkey so perfect, bro. What are you gonna do, monkey?
Oh yeah, he be funny on that. Not gonna lie,
he be killing that, bro. Like, what are you gonna do, monkey?
Hey, Angie Carr got the top 3 right here.
Shout out Angie Carr, $2 super chat. Hey man, keep those super chats coming. You feel me? Good job, boys and girls. Zeus from Record of Ragnarok. He beep for real. Nah, for real, Zeus. The Record of Ragnarok is fire, bro. The characters, I love it, bro.
I don't like the anime.
I like Record of Ragnarok just because it's simple, bro, and that sometimes just does me wonders. Like. Sometimes it's okay for a story to be very to the point, simple, to the action. Like I like that's what I do like about it. You feel me? And I think it's more like
boxing, bro. It's like
straight pain, bro. Straight pain. That's all I want to see.
Adam should have won that fight. I don't care.
Yeah, bro. They did it right. Adam versus Zeus was the perfect way to get me hooked onto it, bro. That was the perfect way. Like, tell me that.
Part is the fight after that. It's like the humans had to win, so that lowers the.
Like y'all ready? Adam won. Buddha. Like, what y'all see my guy Nikola Tesla, bro, versus Beelzebub?
Bro. There's some matchups, bro.
There's some matchups, bro.
Did the Apollo and Leonidas one finish yet?
Come on.
Like, yeah, I think so, but I don't remember. I think so though. Hey, I can't wait for my boy Kentoki. Man, I can't wait for him. If you know Gintama, man, Gintoki like that. We here. Ocho Hijikata from the Shinsengumi. We here. Can't wait to see that as well. Okay. Let's log back in. I'm gonna go. We need to start spreading this out. All right. We need to have some B, C, D tiers. So let's start off with who's bad on this list? Majin Buu D tier.
Thank you.
Okay. I thought I was gonna get pushed out, but hey, we here.
Majin Buu. Why is Majin Buu D tier?
Majin Buu is like a nothing. It's like,
so Majin Buu don't count for like the Kid Buu and.
Well, there's Kid Buu right here, so I just like.
Oh, I didn't even see Kid Buu.
I would say Super Buu. If they had Super Buu, I would like.
I look at Buu as all one thing, so that's why I was asking.
I did too, but I saw this Kid Buu thing, and I was like, okay, that's a little bit more credence.
Yeah,
but if it was all three of them, where would you put him? If it was all three,
I think Majin Buu is the best Buu.
Yeah, I put Majin Buu A. I put him in an A just because I like Majin Buu. Yeah.
I think Super Buu is the most. Super Buu has character, obviously.
I think
Majin Buu was just trying to eat.
Like Majin Buu is literally has the most character out of all three.
Yeah, but not as a villain. My thing in Majin Buu wasn't really.
Are you saying because he changed?
No, the change is what like Majin Buu in general as a character. I would agree is a better character.
That's what I'm saying because the change is why you don't consider him like the villain. Like
because of the change, because that's more of like he was more of a good guy at that point. When he was the villain, he didn't really do anything. Like it was. I guess he turned some people into candy. To be fair.
I mean, he killed Gohan and Vegeta. They all, they kind of
and then they all came back because of the Dragon Balls, man.
But Majin Buu was just there. Life. They just couldn't,
Everybody just get a second chance at life in that show, man. Anybody, man. Anybody, bro. Crazy.
Hey, man. Hey.
And I will say I won't ever forgive them for making Mr. Gohan lose, bro.
Ultimately, how Gohan lost
when he fumbled to the kids.
Yeah, I'll never. That's the one thing I won't forgive them about. That was so corny, bro.
I still don't like Beast Gohan for real.
I love Beast Gohan. I think it's fire. I think it looks fire, bro. If you play the video game, it looked fire in the video game too. In Xenoverse 2, it looked fire.
Oh, it's in Xenoverse?
Yeah, it's called Beast Transformation.
Surprise. Random, what you got?
As much as I guess kind of enjoy them, put Team Rocket in D tier. What do they really do?
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Really
well, you don't agree? Put them in F tier. They should have been hit that boy in the back of the head with a
rock. Y'all don't watch Pokemon. Y'all don't read Pokemon manga, so y'all don't even know about the real Team Rocket. I know Jesse and James. So
Jesse and James.
Jesse and James are the villains. What do you want me to do?
No, Giovanni's real gangsters. If you really know,
no, Giovanni is like that.
He's a real thug. So my question is, if we saying Team Rocket, then we gotta go the whole thing, bro. We can't just go Jesse James, bro. If we're gonna say Team Rocket, bro. If it's Team Rocket, they're at minimum top of B tier, back at A, bro. Read Pokemon where the characters' names is based off colors, not Ash Ketchum and Misty and Brock and them. Go learn about Silver and Gold and Red.
Blue. My guy, bro.
Those is the real gangsters of Pokemon, bro. That's what this is. And the
Mind you, I've never read the manga.
I'm gonna say this too. Pokemon manga is dark, is way dark, bro.
Yeah, I've never read the manga. I've only seen the show.
Like some Pokemon actually lose their life, bro. Like not just fainted. Like
we got another super chat.
So I want to put that out there.
Damn, no, I agree with J-Rob. I read the Pokemon manga. I haven't read the recent ones. I read a decent amount. Like all the main characters are really good. Blue's my favorite. Blue's that guy.
Blue is way, bro. Gary will never do Blue a good enough service on from in the anime portrayal.
Yeah, he's dope. So I mean, I see what you're saying. Like, I if we're talking a whole Team Rocket, I'll be cool B tier.
Yeah, I'll be like, yo, I think you got to throw him in a B.
I just saw Jesse and James. I was like, what did they?
I just saw Jesse and James, and they
nah. You see Jesse and James, I know, but that's why I had to chime in because if we taking into account manga, bro, Pokemon Adventures, man, go read them things, bro. I'm telling you.
Andy Carr, another $2 super chat. Hey, Starbench Cut, Racist Edition. Frieza, Toby Rama, and Zoro. Zoro's not racist.
Zoro's not racist.
He's not racist, but he does get power up every time you got a little bit of melanin in your skin. I'm just saying. Stop. Zoro's my favorite character.
Stop the cat.
So we're cutting Zoro. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Andy, I see the hate too. Don't worry.
Cutting Zoro, benching Toby Rama, starting Frieza.
Toby Rama just hate like one family, right?
He hates them Uchihas, bro.
As long as your last name not Uchiha, Toby Rama don't care.
He actually don't. Yeah, Toby Rama really don't. Yeah, he's not really racist. He don't like certain people with a certain last name. He don't like a group. He don't like a bloodline specifically.
I was like saying, hey, if your last name is Johnson, I do not fuck with you.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie. Is it really racist to not rock with who your family don't rock with? Is that really racist, gang? I don't really know.
They killed his brother, yo. Like
that is they killed Ichigo's too.
Hey man, that's
killing my second cousin ain't the same as killing my brother.
Hey, look, Ty. Eye for an eye don't make it right, but it make it even though.
J-Rob, I agree, and that's why when they signed the treaty, they should have been treated equally, but they weren't.
Well, they had what we know now, they have some dangerous powers. So I mean,
everybody's dangerous in Naruto.
I mean, we had to do it.
Bro,
Hey, we had to do them like, we had to do them like the Eldians, man. It is what it is.
Hey, yo, J-Rock, J-Rock,
personally, if I was at the top of the snake, I really wouldn't want a bunch of Susanos crashing down and hitting me. Really,
hey, yo, J-Rock, you know that, you know that wood style you don't like? The shit you had that.
That wood style not holding down a bunch of Susano corners.
It literally did. They won, bro. He beat Madara.
That's one guy. That's one guy.
Yeah, that's one guy.
Time out. The Shinju.
Oh, here he's gonna tell us that they magically know that.
No. Were they not even? Were they not even when they fought them consistently?
No, all I know. What I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is. What I'm saying is, why did they want Itachi to wipe out the group?
Because of the coup.
Now, if the coup would have happened, you would have had. Let's say they had 10 people in the clan at the time with Mangekos. Not even say the whole. Let's add 10. You got 10 Mangekos wreaking havoc, bro. I can't have that. Can't have that.
They too dangerous, bro. I ain't
gonna lie. I don't know where you from, Tom.
It's a lot of dangerous
I don't know where you from, Tom.
It's a lot of dangerous people out there.
You gotta punch first, bro. You gotta punch first, not punch second. You feel me?
You gotta handle business.
He's saying you don't want to wake up to his house getting a Amaterasu.
Like, yeah, bro. Like, I'm not going out like that. Them boys too dangerous, bro.
You know, actually didn't. That was actually a problem with that part of the story with Naruto.
What?
Well, the idea that the Uchiha were like they had just more hatred than other people. Like, well, I feel like anyone who experienced what they experienced would feel the same way. Like, fucking Gaara is a fucking serial killer because he had a bad upbringing. Like, we've seen plenty of people.
Serial killer is a little harsh because killing isn't really.
Was he not?
Well, killing is not really as frowned upon like that in Naruto,
especially in the
you know what's so crazy?
Like in the Chunin exam, was he a murderer for killing the Chunin exam? That was a part of the rules. It was acceptable.
But you know he killed.
That's also weird. But this is the next generation. You just murking them.
Even in the world of Naruto,
hey man, you ain't strong enough.
No, it's crazy. Even in the world of Naruto, his killing still seemed very excessive, which shows how much of a serial killer he was.
He was a bit of a serial killer, but I'm just saying, was he breaking rules? And he was doing a lot of the killing.
Maybe when he
was serial killer, was
he breaking the rules or not? Ty, just answer my question.
So the thing, right? All I'm saying is that if anyone experienced, like for Sasuke experience, for example, they would have became evil too. I don't think that there's
Sasuke kind of did become evil though.
I agree.
Naruto should have been evil, but you know he's the main character, so
why would he be evil?
Really? Do we want to know why?
Bro, we're not
doing
this conversation
fine, Ty. Fine, Ty. I'll just stop.
Bro, he keeps on saying Naruto needs to be a villain, bro.
I never said needs to be a villain. I just said he definitely had a villain arc there. They just chose not to do it.
That's what happens when you have a dad. Shout out dads.
They explained it.
You need a father.
Shout out to parenting, honestly.
Facts.
But honestly, though, the only thing I do wish about Boruto, they should have did the writing right. They should have just killed Naruto right in the movie and then go with Boruto. It would have made him such a better ninja. He'd been stronger already.
You got to get that power up from a familial death.
Yo, that's what happens, bro. You should have killed off Naruto right then and there. Right in the movie. Like. Right in the movie.
I think random went. Lonnie, what you got?
Give me Crollo. Put him at B.
Crollo.
Top of B.
I kind of like Crollo's abilities, man.
I like his abilities too. I just don't think he's shown enough, so I'm not mad at B.
We got facts.
To be honest, I think that's a solid ranking. J-Rob?
Let's see. What do we got here? Can I get Miram in A? Or is that too high?
Above Frieza? Above?
Definitely above Devilman's Crybaby. Fuck is we talking about? Bradley at the top though. I'll put Miram. I'll put Miram under Bradley because I do like King Bradley a lot. I do.
I like this. You know, Miriam, we see his development as a villain. We know the themes of him being a monster, turning into a human, and even just being the prince, being royalty, being the king. And I mess with this. Miriam, A tier. Some people may argue S tier.
Yeah. No, I figured you could argue S tier, but you know, I'll put him in. I'll put him in A just because I don't want to oversaturate it.
Ty, what we say?
I'm gonna put father in A.
Okay. Better than Bradley? Better than Miriam? What we talk about?
I'd probably put him over Bradley just because I think that his dynamic with Hohenheim, his backstory, like his conclusion, his dynamic with all the homunculus. Yeah,
you don't think Father's an S tier villain?
Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't put him in the same tier as Griffin. I would put Payne in A with them, but I prefer him over Payne, but I don't think he's in the Griffith tier though.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So. Okay. Riddell, it's you now.
Okay. I'm with you with Father. I think Father deserves respect. Okay, let's go Shao Tucker.
Is there an F class?
There's not.
Never mind.
You know, there's a way to write a villain. Yeah, that's why I'm putting C. Listen in here. Listen there. There's a way to write a villain, and this is all you got to do. It makes them a perfect kind of like plot tool for the story for the main characters.
We listening.
Just all you got to do is just make him really, really terrible. Just make him a shitty person. Make him like one of the shittiest people ever. And that's a perfect tool for the main characters to get past. I
will put him in like B because I feel like even if he wasn't in the story long, the impact he had on Ed and Al, like the fact that Ed, when he's talking to the truth, he says, you know, I'm just a human that couldn't save a little girl. He referenced this dude when he's talking to God.
Yeah.
Like the impact that he had on Ed, questioning his humanity, questioning his dreams, questioning what he did to Ed and Al. Like, bro, like I'll put him in at least B.
We're gonna be 50 years old talking about Shao Tucker.
Like,
yeah, because Shao Tucker was foul for that, bro. That should always be one of the foulest things you see, especially like as a young kid. When you're young, like, bro, did he just turn his daughter into a dog?
He's memorable, bro. That's the only reason I put him in because I feel like the author put him in the story to make Ed and Al question who they were and their beliefs, and leave an impact to be terrifying. And he did, and the author did that a perfect job of that. Literally,
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I think you make it a valiant argument because that's I don't think he has much character. I don't think, obviously, we don't see him develop because he's not in the story much long. But the impact is strong enough. And like I said, he's a very, very shitty person. What he does impacts the main characters. I'm not mad at it. He's the perfect plot tool for the story and what he represents.
Yeah, relative to bro had one episode and it is more memorable than a lot of main villains of other series, bro. That's the crazy thing. Like,
bro.
I agree. Shout out Drink More Water, $2 super chat. Do you guys have a favorite mystery anime?
Would you consider that? I guess you couldn't call.
Would you consider ReZero a mystery anime? Because I have that ReZero just. This is probably where I'm just kind of dumb. I watch ReZero episodes.
ReZero's an isekai though.
Yeah, but isekai can also be a slice of life. Isekai can also be a mystery. Isekai can also.
I would say Attack on Titan is my favorite mystery story.
Isekai is. No, I'm just kidding.
It's either Monster or Attack on Titan.
Because I have this thing.
Say Monster.
Yeah, I have this thing where I feel like isekais are the most versatile genre in anime because it can literally be anything.
A very underrated one. That's also a quick watch. Erased is fantastic.
I like Erased
because I know the spoiled ending. I'm never going to watch it. So that's
fair. That's fair.
Of the anime or the manga?
Both. No, if I know the ending, then I'm not going to watch it. It's a waste of time. I would say Monster, Erased. I'll put Psychopaths in there personally. I think Psychopaths deserve respect. But yeah, I think those are all good. Andy Carr with another $2 super chat. Y'all are cooking today with the super chats. We got a start.
Sorry. I accidentally clicked it. Sorry.
We got a start Budge Cut Dad Edition. Grandpa, Gohan, Kuma, and Adam. Oh, Adam might be number one. He's everybody's father.
He's everybody. Yeah, I would say yes. Everybody
literally fought to the death for his kids, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Gohan got clapped by his adopted
Grandpa
son.
Gohan.
So we cutting Kuma?
I'm cutting Gohan.
Okay.
I'm never cutting my dog Grandpa Gohan, so I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna cut Adam. Just because this is not Adam from the Bible, this is Adam from the show. So
Adam from the show is everybody's father. You know what I'm saying?
He is everybody's daddy, but I don't really like dads that lose fights.
That's crazy. He was only 5. the head god, but all right, bro.
I be dead trolling these characters, bro. I be trolling them like they real people, bro.
Yeah, Jalen's too soon to say Pluto, bro. But that first episode had us thinking for real.
That's funny.
Nah, shout out to Pluto. That shit is good, bro.
Fantastic. I think it's my turn, right?
Yeah, that's Random's turn.
Can I put? I'm gonna take Stain. I'm gonna put him at the top of B because of obviously he's more of a. Still think he's more of an anti-hero than he is a villain, so to speak, in my opinion. But he did kill heroes, even though who didn't agree with like how he lived his life or what he thought heroes should be in terms of that All Might mode, I guess, who he thought were true heroes, and his influence in the story is so massive in terms of how he's motivated villains, how he motivated like even Ingenium to change, Ida to change how he acts as a hero. So, I also just feel like he wasn't utilized. I wish he was utilized more in the story, or maybe I don't know if more is the right word, or maybe better in the story. But maybe Ty, since he's a man who knows about, who really dives deep into this, maybe Ty could explain. But I think staying at the top of B is where I put.
Shout out to my dog Stizane.
I like staying. I think
holding them heroes accountable, and if you're a fake hero, you get killed. I like it.
Get killed, no cap.
Yo, Ty, it's simple math to me. Be genuine or die. Simple. It's that simple, bro.
We don't endorse frauds out here. You know what I'm saying,
yeah,
bro? And he got them rusty katanas, so you know when he's stabbing you, that shit hurt.
To me, all Stain really do is stand on business, and that's all I see.
Facts, actually.
Look. Are you really mad at Stain because he's telling y'all not to be out here pump faking? Like,
I don't like Eugenio. I was wondering, like, why was he not a good villain again? I don't remember. I mean, he had a hero. I feel like he was a good hero.
That's why
I never
understood. That's the one I'm like, all right, bro.
Hey, listen. I only want true heroes. You can't be too happy about the glory of this. You doing it because you supposed to, right? Not because you.
But you know what that could mean? That could mean that Stan could just be a flawed character where it's like he picked wrong, and his ideals are so like if you're you know what it could be? He's so driven to find more All Might. If you ain't All Might, you gotta go.
Or Igminium was just a whack hero who was not doing the right things and Stain smoked him for it. It is what it is. Happens.
Hey man, I will say this though, because it's kind of similar with the Deku situation. He had to see Deku be All Might basically for him to say, "Oh yeah, he's him." At first, he was about to kill Deku too. So I think Ty is right about that.
Shout out to Billy Bob. Kuma is definitely a black man.
Fact, bro.
That's a fact, bro. He got an afro, bro.
Fact.
What do y'all want me to do, bro? Like if Kuma pop out on the live action, I'm expecting to see a 6'8" buff, strong black man with ears and paws for hands, bro. For sure. With a luscious afro.
What you got?
Well, see, I was preparing. I've been preparing like all day for this, but you actually like helped prove my point earlier, talking about like how you just have to be a bad person, and then Random backed it up by talking about impact to the story. So put Dio at A. Put Dio at A. Thank you.
He's got a point. He got you there. Sometimes it's okay to be just a bad guy.
King Petty.
King Petty,
yeah, he's just a bad guy.
Where nature you put it?
Right in front of Devilman Cry guy. Right in front of him. Yeah.
Who is this dude, bro?
I forget his name. Bro.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ty. He has no business being.
Bro, who is this guy?
You can maybe drop him down to B.
Ronnie's the
I'm not fighting. Yeah, I'm not fighting. We'll fight it later. Let me get into this S tier again because I'm not rocking with Griffiths at the top of the S. Give me that man, Shiga Crocky, man. He's top of the S, man. Number one.
No, bro.
Big dog Shiggy, man. Big dog Shigaraki, man. Put him at the top, cuz. Put him at the top. Shout out to Griffiths, but he's a great villain. But I'm rocking with Shiggy. Put Shiggy at the top for me, cuz.
Shiggy's the fake white-haired villain, bro.
Jalen, I agree with you, but like I would get too much pushback, and I don't want to argue all night.
Yeah, you'll argue all night. You already got Devilman Crybaby at S.
Hey, watch the show and tell me I'm wrong. Watch the show.
You don't know his name.
I watched the one where he fought Agent 300 or whatever. That was all right. Devilman Crybaby versus whatever. But come on, bro, that shit is just cute. It's cute anime. Come on, cute anime not supposed to be A tier, bro.
Cute anime. They cut off
12,
chopped up those people's bodies.
Yeah, but
put their heads on pitchforks.
Yeah, but you could have gave me something. You could have gave me something better than this.
Lonnie, what we got?
Me again?
No, it's
Ty.
Oh, excuse me.
What is wrong?
I'm gonna put Envy behind Meron. Envy. I think Envy's great.
I feel like you should put him higher. Sure. I think better than Dio for sure.
Barely.
Envy. Oh, Miriam. Envy.
Envy was doing a lot for that plot, bro. She was doing a lot for they.
No idea.
We don't know. We don't know. I mean, they say he, but Envy is like we don't know. Though.
Yeah, but Envy, I'll say, but Envy could literally have either a pen, like he can literally whatever.
It's a great parasite.
Yeah, I'm gonna say them. They are.
It is.
They pushing. Yeah, because you don't really know. Because then when he died, he turned into like a worm,
green worm.
Yeah, I don't know what.
They call Envy he, so we'll just
say he. Yeah. So Envy, I will say this: Envy was definitely pushing forward that story, bro. He got a lot to do with the plot. He started a war. Give me Envy in that top in the A. I'll put him right over Miram, honestly. But that's because all Full Metal does is give you A to S class characters, bro. That's just what it comes down to, bro.
It's also like how it's.
Tell me the bad character in the show.
Yeah, I can't tell you.
Tell me the bad character in like the bad character, like whack character in Full Metal, bro. Tell me the whack character.
We just talked about Shao Tucker. One episode dropped Wilt numbers and left.
Come on, he dropped Wilt numbers and left, bro. Like. Yo, really think about it, Riddell. Give me a bad character, bro. Give me a bad character. Villain, anybody.
Because someone not getting screen time doesn't make a bad character. Because like
yeah. I'm talking about somebody who's whack. I'm talking about somebody who is whack. Like this character is whack. No,
they have nothing. They're just not a good character.
Even Lon is fire, gang. Lon, everybody, bro. It's all good.
Oh, Lon is fire.
You really have to think about that, bro.
Someone said Tank said Bradley's son.
His son was
Pride is good though. Pride.
Pride,
bro. Pride is good.
Pride was him.
His son was Pride. Come on, there's no bad character in Brotherhood, bro.
That was a great twist.
Yes, bro.
That was a great twist, bro.
Come on,
I think it's right back at me. All right, let's talk about. We got some options. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about this man. Itachi, right? Hey man, talk about plot twist. Right here, bro. Right here. One of the greatest plot twists of all time.
Cooned out.
Yeah, cooned out for sure.
Itachi, I think for sure A tier.
Come on. Put him past all of them. All 1, 2, 3. Back up.
Can you slow down?
Back up. Yeah, back up.
Is this
one more?
I got some issues with Itachi, bro.
Yeah, right there.
It's not even just that he's a coon. It's not that he's a coon. It's like valid. Some of his planning was, to me, inconsistent. Like, think about it.
May Hughes is a bad character.
Hughes?
Stop,
bro. That's crazy.
Gotta be May Hughes. Stop.
No, I think they're talking about this super chat. They're talking about this super chat.
How about say use the back? I would say, all right, shut the live down.
Yeah, I was saying, come on, shut the live down. Can't be May Hughes.
Shout out Angie Carr, $2 super chat. Kuma or Mace Hughes, better father.
Give me May Hughes, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm still going with that Black King Kuma, man.
We did see Kuma do more, to be fair. I mean,
yeah, I see Kuma do some. Kuma done been through. I think because Kuma been through a lot too. So seeing him do the, listen, he's Wilt numbers. Right now, I can't lie. Kuma in the manga at this point is having a Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray as bubble run right now.
He's doing the Braun 3-1 comeback. Like he was kind of here story, but now he's doing the 3-1 comeback right now.
Yeah, like he had cool little moments, when Zoro had the pain. Then obviously when everybody couldn't be saved with Luffy. Reverie stuff.
Speaking of nothing happened, the fact that Kuma,
shout out to Kuma.
The fact that Kuma has been doing nothing happen for years is actually ridiculous. He's just been doing it casually.
Casually, yes. He's just been in the mix. He finally getting his spotlight. Shout out to my dog Bartholomew.
Hey man, shout out Kuma, bro. Okay, Itachi A tier. Envy, Miriam. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Can't take it.
Mad.
Oh my God, Tyler's a hater.
I'm not. I just want to say this one thing. For someone who wanted the best for Sasuke, if Sasuke listened to his advice, Sasuke's life would have been ruined. and that if he kills Naruto, his life is ruined.
His life is ruined, bro.
He puts him in a coma, and it's like, well, how you gonna get out of it? Like, it's just, I feel like there are things that could have made his plan go wrong. They weren't just not contingent on anything he could have done. Or what if Orochimaru says, "I want to take your body, Sasuke's body, as soon as he comes to my hideout"? What if he does that? Then what does Itachi do?
I mean, Itachi kind of
maybe that's what makes him a bad villain because his bad advice. He's bad advisement.
The problem I had with it is that people act like his plan was so good. Like, no, it wasn't. He pushed it. It was horrible.
He's literally the most overrated character in the verse in my eyes.
Stop it. Okay, we ain't doing this. The people who said Itachi has great plans, I mean, I don't think that
he get too much love for a lot of his bullshit, bro.
But Itachi recognized he didn't know what he was doing when it came to Sasuke, and
that's cool,
trying to put him on his path.
All right, but that don't make him no hero, though. That don't make him no martyr, bro.
No, we're not talking about him being martyr. Talking about him being a villain.
The problem that is like his planning was to push Sasuke to his more hatred, so he can eventually beat him and then be respected by the village. Yada yada yada. He beat the guy who left. Yada yada yada. But my thing is like, when he pushed, because he's aware of Sasuke and this whole Orochimaru, he's aware of that. But it's like, Itachi, Orochimaru can literally kill him. You're allowing your brother to be with to our friend's story, understanding probably the craziest villain in Naruto. That's right. Bro. Like,
yeah, bro, I can't get down with it, cuz I can't get down with this whole thing. He get a lot of love for a lot of bullshit, bro. I'm sorry.
No. At the same time, Itachi met Orochimaru. He knew what Orochimaru wanted. So at the end of the day, Orochimaru wasn't going to do anything to Sasuke until he was mature. And at that point, Sasuke would have been strong enough.
He went against the family. It's not good. There's no good.
I see where we're going with this, man.
Yo, if you go against the family, bro, it's not to me, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like you killed your whole family and hope that your brother would get strong so the village would love him and accept him. That was the goal. Crazy. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
You know what else, J-Rob? You know,
he didn't do this so his brother would. I mean, he did this.
He
did.
He wanted him to be himself so he'd be respected by the league. He did want that. The problem is if he can't, because obviously we don't know. Itachi doesn't know if he's gonna befriend Naruto, for example. But if he says you have to kill your best friend, something Itachi didn't even fucking do.
Come on, dog.
Itachi didn't even do that. He said kill your best. He took kill your best friend. Something I never did, but you do it. How is Sasuke respected by the village if he does that?
And Riddell, I like him though. I don't hate him. It's just I think the way he is talked about in the community. Like if you were asked most, to me, Naruto casuals, that's what I call them. If you're a Naruto fan, you tell me your favorite character is Itachi, I think you're a casual, bro. I personally do. I would easily assume that about you every time.
Mine was Itachi and then switched to Madara.
Luckily,
it's not that he's a bad character, though. It's just like if you like me and Ty talking about, like if you just break down what he's done, like his input into the show, like I think it's overblown. I really do. Like I really think it's overblown.
I don't see it the same way y'all are seeing it, to be honest. And I mean, the whole thing about guiding Sasuke and everything, for the most part, the goal, the main purpose of everything he was doing to Sasuke is, as you said, it was to make him hate him as much as impossible. So I don't really see anything that he's doing is guiding him to a certain direction or giving advice him to do anything. Everything was to make Sasuke hate him. And also telling
a lot of it was blind faith, though, Riddell.
But that's the hatred.
Blind faith.
That's the direction, though. That's the direction. He's pushing him to get more hatred. Like that's the direction he's pushing.
But you're based on how you're kind of inputting it. You're saying that he's giving him certain tips along the way.
He did. Kill your best friend. Kill your best friend.
That's the way to make him hate him even more. He's telling him to kill his best friend.
No. His mindset of killing Naruto was a way to get power. That had nothing to do with making him hate Itachi more. That had nothing to do with that.
How is not telling your brother to kill your best friend going to make him hate him more?
what I'm saying is well to me personally, I'm gonna just throw this in the top because we both said this part. I do personally feel like Riddell that on me. I don't know why I got you on this monitor. I do personally feel like when I look at Itachi, right? Me and Ty harped on the fact that he wanted him to grow this hatred. He wanted him to ultimately be revered and loved by his village. Wanted him to get strong enough for him to kill him and all of this, whatever. My whole thing about it is I don't understand the concept of grooming your brother to be this hateful person, whatever. And one thing too, this idea that he was ever going to be adored by his clan when this pathway that he's led him down is only led him to do bad things. Bro went completely rogue. Rogue ninja went to go study under one of the worst ninja at the time you could go learn under. Somebody wants to take his whole body. And so I just don't understand how you trying to be loved and adored. You want your brother to be loved and adored. And obviously I understand, him wanting to draw out Orochimaru to kill him. That's fine. But I don't think the path that he led Sasuke on was ever going to give him that love and adoration. Naruto was the one who's bringing him out to do it. So it's just like, I personally can't get behind it. And I just don't understand why Naruto fans as a whole be so encapsulated and loved by this love story of Itachi Uchiha, who to me personally, if you loved your brother the way you say you do, and you're this ninja that the world thinks you are, you and your brother should have went into hiding. You should have took Sasuke ass and y'all should have got the gone. And I promise you, if you the ninja, nobody would have found you, bro. You could have groomed Sasuke. Like, I would have more respect, Riddell, if Itachi would have massacred the clan than groomed Sasuke to get it back in blood. Groomed him to be an Eren Yeager. Groomed Sasuke to come back. And to me, that would make way more sense that he takes Sasuke, hides him away to make Sasuke the strongest character he could make him to come back and wreak revenge on the Konoha. That, to me, would make more sense than this whole idea that he let him, like, I can't get behind it, bro, personally.
I understand where you're coming from. I just don't see it the same way at the end of the day because I think Itachi recognizes that what he was doing wasn't good. Like, he recognizes
I agree with that, too.
That was very important to his character. And at the end of the day, Itachi, what we know is that he was a kind soul. He wanted to be Hokage.
I agree with that, too.
Save the village. He wanted to save the Uchiha. And then he was put in this terrible situation, being this prodigy, being part of the Anbu, that he knows that the Uchiha were about to slaughter, about to raid the village. What happens when they raid the village? Well, the village will be compromised. What happens there? Other villages would also start raiding them. And a whole world war were about to happen where more people than necessary would have died.
So I agree. I agree with those points.
Well, I think for the most part, I understand where you're coming from. I think
for me, it's the family dynamic, not the political dynamic.
I get it because in general, I probably wouldn't want to kill my people either, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. At the end.
But I do agree with your point about like him being a naturally kind person. I agree with all of that, actually. 100% agree with all that. I do think he was put in a terrible situation, 100%. But I just don't like I personally don't like his response to his situation. That's what I don't like.
It's really the opposite of Eren, because Eren chose like his family and friends over the world, and this time and Itachi chose the world over his friends and family.
Yeah, that's what I can. And I understand you may be on some greater good vibe, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm going down with the people, bro. I'm going down with my people, bro.
I feel that.
I'm going down with my people.
I think I did Itachi, so random.
Okay. I'll just let y'all cook because I can't speak on that. I guess I will take Garo and put him in A in front of
Devilman's Crybaby.
Devilman's Crybaby.
Because he's not better than Dio. He is not better than Dio.
Nah, he is better than Dio. He is better than Dio.
He is not better than Dio. How is he better than Dio?
I respect.
Tell me how he's better
I'm
than
putting
Dio.
behind Dio because Dio was so petty.
Tell me how he's better than Dio.
Man, Dio is just JBL in a.
But obviously, for most of Garo's appearance, all he was like, "Oh, you're a hero. Square up, square up. I don't know who you are." And even to the point where, the show, or you could say the series, tried to get us to be sympathetic to him, but he was still like, I'm trying to be the ultimate villain so that humanity can rally together to fight me. And obviously, once he took the deal from God, even though he was tricked, he went cosmic, and legitimately the only person who could take him down was the main character who has no limits that we speak of. So I think Garo is a lot more complicated. And plus, I'm interested in the deviation that the manga has taken from the webcomic with his character. But He was a monster when Gara was a villain. He was a monster, just whooping everybody.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This Devilman Crybaby being A is really making us look disingenuous. Like
you can drop him down to B.
I mean, you said it. You
Stand 10
said
toes,
it.
Lonnie. Stand 10 toes.
Hey, Lonnie, now he said it. He said it.
The more characters that got up there, I was like,
yeah, like come
bro,
on,
we were treating
like,
him. We were treating him like how Chill treats Kobe. He's like the gatekeeper.
Facts.
All right.
Itachi sacrificed a lot and carried a huge burden. Itachi did not have to go against the family. He didn't have to.
Lonnie.
We don't have anyone in C. Put overall in C.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
I feel like he's the definition of like just a generic villain. Like he's just generic to me.
He's the definition of let's move the story along a little bit.
Like he was mean to Eri because somebody had to be mean to her. So
no.
I mean, yeah, bro.
I mean, really think about it, Ty. Am I wrong?
Somebody had to be.
Somebody had to be mean to her. So
there just
overall,
so Deku could flex.
He
was there just so Deku could flex on somebody.
Let me get
He was also just a plot device for.
Let me get a motherfucking can you put Doflamingo right above King Bradley?
Okay.
He's not S tier.
If Father's not S tier, then Doflamingo.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm not mad at it. Dofi did a lot. We already know who.
Dofi. If you put Father S tier, I would have put him right behind Father and S tier. But because Father is there, he has to be. I think he's right behind Father. But also, I think Father should be S tier. So I think Dofi is S tier, but he's not higher than Father. So that's my problem with it.
Okay.
Who's the first guy?
I mean, listen, Jeremy, we can both move our picks.
I've been wondering about that this whole time.
Listen, we can move them both. We can move them both up to S tier. I'm down with it. I'm down with them both going to the S tier. I'm down with both of them going to S tier, honestly.
Who is the first guy, Riddell?
That's I think it's Akami from Kuroko no Basket.
Oh, do the dragon eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's C. Good C tier. Good C tier. Good C tier.
The ankle breaker.
Bro was doing N1 mixtapes. He was dropping.
Bro, he was able to give his entire squad to get him in the zone. Get him a full in the zone.
I'll put Cell in B. I'll put him in top.
Yo, the basketball player Riddell.
Nah, don't put him out that nigga.
He was out there giving out anti-magic on the basketball court, bro.
You said what?
He give out anti-magic on the basketball court, bro. He make everybody in the zone. He's crazy.
He's like that, bro. He's the king. He's the king,
he's
bro.
King, bro.
Hell Emperor.
Yes,
did y'all see the Kuroko no Basket movie?
Bro, that shit
was I did.
A little racist.
Bro, the minute the black dude came out and he crossed him up and then threw it in his shirt like that, I was like, what is this? What is this? We here in Japan, we believe in sportsmanship. I'm like, how dare you put?
Yeah, Cell's not A tier. The reason why y'all are saying Cell is higher is that all those abridged of Cell make you think he's higher than
I was gonna say Cell is not A or S tier, bro.
He's a B.
Yeah, he's definitely a B.
I'd rather him come back in the story than Frieza again, but that's just me.
Who's right next?
Did come back in the story.
What's right next to Blackbeard?
In the movie.
All right, come on.
I mean, he did.
Come on, Riddell.
Riddell, what's right next to Blackbeard?
Wait, who is that? Who's that? The third
Blackbeard. Oh, this is Mewtwo.
No. The third one next to Kid Buu. Who is that?
This is Orochimaru.
Oh, okay.
I could not see that. Damn.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. To be fair.
Wish I had my.
I'm gonna go Kira, and Kira is above Dio. He's better than Dio.
No, he's not.
Yes,
he is not. Tell me how. Tell me how.
His road to being a villain is more interesting. You know what I'm saying?
How is it more interesting?
Dio was just, I think, to be fair, we don't really know how he became a villain. But I think his whole
You don't even know. You don't even know.
I said we don't know. But Kira and what he represents for the story.
What does he represent?
More encapsulated. What does he represent? This dude was a serial killer.
Okay.
Right? And he's a serial killer in this small town. And in this Dio, what? Dio was not a serial killer. A serial killer? He was not a serial killer.
He killed a dog. He turned a bunch of people to vampires, killed them. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
That's not just because you kill a bunch of people doesn't make you a serial killer. A serial killer kills a bunch of people in very specific ways.
Okay.
That's what a serial killer is. So Kira was already a serial killer, right? And then obviously once he got the stand powers, the way he was able to kind of meticulously like do his killing, and how we saw how he was able to utilize his power throughout that small town in that situation. The fact that Jotaro, who was objectively far more powerful than him in the story, and he was able to avoid him constantly through the story. The way he's able to manipulate people, whereas Dio, everything he does is like, okay, Dio said it. We don't really see Dio actually take action.
Are you serious?
Like we see Kira take meticulous action.
Are you serious?
In situations that's always advantageous to the people that he's going against with the other stand users. He's just a normal guy. He represents himself as a normal guy trying to lead a normal life.
You're literally confirming you've never watched JoJo. Like
I have watched JoJo.
You're telling me you haven't watched JoJo.
I have watched JoJo. I'm telling you exactly what Kira was
Have
doing.
you watched it on like on 3 times speed or some shit like that? Because I don't know how you can get to this conclusion.
We don't got a lie for Dio, bro. We don't got a lie.
We don't got a lie for Dio. Okay.
You know what
okay. So we can. So what are we gonna like? Let's just like name the things that he's done compared to Dio, because Dio's killed dogs. He pulled up on Jotaro during his honeymoon, killed him, took his body, made a woman who just had a baby a vampire, watched her eat the baby. What else? He made a whole bunch of people in Egypt stand users. Put the Joestar's mom in that state. Killed a few. Damn. Let's say killed like three of the main characters for season 4. But we're just talking about a guy that killed none of the main. We're talking about someone that killed none of the main guys. He was just a serial killer who then ended up hiding.
Meanwhile,
who ended up hiding in some girl's crib.
In the Warriors game, Draymond Green's somehow got Rudy Gobert in a headlock. I have so many questions.
That's weird. At the end of the day,
also the basis of Dio, if we really think about it, is really interesting. Because like you could think of it like this: Dio is like, I don't want to say in some ways like Dio is like what Random thinks Bakugo should be in terms of like how evil Dio is. if you really want to break it down, no, because so Dio came from a shit family. Mom the mom left or like ran out or whatever, so dad was abusive. Jotaro came from a very established family, rich, and so everything that Jotaro had, Dio wanted. So Dio hated it for him because he felt less than him. So he went to attack the thing that made him feel weaker.
Insecurities, I guess.
Yeah, his insecurities made him evil. That's why he went after the dog. He tried to bring Jotaro down to his level. And then when he couldn't do that, when he was still embraced while Jotaro was dying, he's like, I can't let this hate go. So I'm gonna go after your whole family for generations. For generations. We see seasons of this. And then also his actions lead to other villains in the later seasons, like in season 6.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It sound like Dio Clear, bro. I ain't never watched it.
We're talking about someone that was in one season. Compared to someone that we're talking about impact also. So someone that impacts 3 to 4 seasons compared to someone that impacts one season.
Let's not fool ourselves. Let's not lie to the people, right? Season 1, I give you, because obviously Dio is a character. Obviously, Dio is a jerk because someone is better than him. That's basically what it is. Dio's a jerk because someone's better than him. So he takes a cheat code and becomes a vampire by accident and decides to be, I'm a vampire, I'm an asshole, right? So there it is. And then he stole the guy's body after he lost him. You know, Dio's a jerk who lost and then took someone's body. Cool. Season 2 had nothing to do with Dio. Season 3 did, because Dio came back with Jonathan's body, but most of it was on the way to Dio because Dio came back, and because of his relationship with the Joestars, it affected his mother because Dio unlocked the stand power and his mother was affected. So Dio didn't really do anything.
That, like,
he just unlocked his stand power and it just automatically
so you got to see how he manipulated the story throughout season 3.
He just unlocked his stand power, and that's why Jotaro was like, oh yeah, I got to do something. So we get to see the journey. Obviously, Dio is gonna have to stop these guys that are about to come and have smoke, but you know, it is what it is. He's the villain. He's doing bad stuff, hitting dogs, killing dogs, all that stuff. Season 4 has nothing to do with Dio. Season 5 has, the only reason why it has something to do with Dio is because someone was like a fanboy of Dio, but Dio didn't do anything in that. and season 6 has nothing to do with Dio.
So
let's not lie to ourselves about Dio's impact. He doesn't really do anything. He's just an asshole who got vampire powers.
Impact. In reality, so a whole disciple of Dio was the main villain for season 6. That's not impact. Someone that worshipped Dio, Dio as a god, became and he was the main villain for a whole season.
Okay, a Dio fanboy has nothing. Dio didn't do anything to him to put him on the path he was putting. He was a fanboy. He wanted to resurrect Dio. That's all it was. Let's not lie to ourselves here. All right.
And
Dio is good for the memes. Dio is good because he's an asshole. But just because you're an asshole doesn't make you a good villain, right? So that's very important in this conversation. So we're just
skipping over all the actions that we said he did compared to like the little 3 things that you said that this one character did.
Because what Kira represents in this small town is much more impactful in terms of character dynamics and character writing. I've explained it. So what Kira represents here is we're seeing someone kind of go on a very interesting villain path, where it's not just random occurrences of just, okay, I'm an asshole. Kira is a serial killer who obviously wants to be a normal guy, but he's not a normal guy. He kills women and takes their hands. Now he
lost to a child.
He lost to Jotaro.
But he was set up by the child.
Okay. The main villain in part 6 lost to a child. The main villain in part 5 lost to a child. The main villain Dio lost to a child. Jotaro was 17.
I'm talking about like an 8-year-old. He lost to an 8-year-old.
Technically, Jotaro's a teenager, but I got you.
The 8-year-old gave him more anxiety than Jotaro did. He was fighting to defeat a regular. The 8-year-old didn't have any powers, unlike in season 6. The guy that actually had powers. He didn't have any powers. He wasn't a super genius. He was just like,
because
hey, you're not. He's like, hey, you're not my dad. Why are you in my house?
That's the point.
What are you doing?
He needed the 8-year-old to cover him. Because if he kills the 8-year-old, people are going to know
his dad. I'm sorry. If someone was trying to pretend to be my dad, I think I would notice. Like, hey, you're not my dad.
That's the point.
Who the fuck are you?
He needs to hide his identity from Jotaro, but this 8-year-old kept on remembering.
Hide his identity from an 8-year-old.
What?
Compared to Dio, who raised disciples. Had multiple impactful moments, more impactful moments to the actual story of JoJo. So, what are you talking about? You're talking about someone that lost to an 8-year-old in Jotaro compared to someone that fought generations of. We're talking about in the story. It's not even close.
To an 8-year-old. The point of the point of the dynamic in the situation is that he had to hide his identity,
and he failed
from Jotaro.
And he failed.
The child was part of the identity. The child just wouldn't forget or wouldn't forget because he kept on rewinding time. That was the problem in this situation. He didn't lose to a child. That's a disingenuous way to bring it up. What are we saying?
He couldn't hide his identity from a child, so he lost, and they got his ass whooped.
Okay, I can make it simple too. Dio was jealous from another guy who's better than him, so he got vampire powers in his asshole. We could play these games, man.
Yeah, but then when we list what actually happens, Dio's all the way up here. Then I just hear a few things.
He didn't really do much. Most of the stuff we see in part 3 was his disciples. We didn't see him until the end of the story.
But you also
see Kira throughout the entire JoJo.
He says to his disciples and how he manipulates them and impacts the story. He promises them things. He bribes them. He blackmails them. Stuff like that. So he's constantly
tells them things and lies to them.
Yeah, throughout the whole story. So he's manipulating people throughout the whole story. And then you actually see him in season 4, and he's doing shit there. He's killing main characters. Not just random ladies in the town with hands. He's killing main characters.
So, Lonnie's only thing is that this guy just does bad stuff. Hey, if that's all it takes, kill some people, and that's all it's good. Majin Buu should be in B tier 2, to be honest. But
kills people, manipulates the story, but whatever.
Hey, man,
impactful for multiple seasons compared to half a season, but
he doesn't really do much. Dio doesn't really do much. We're gassing a lot of Dio's impacts. The love of Dio is mostly memes.
Ty and Random, what do you think? Who should be in front of who?
I don't watch JoJo's.
Ty doesn't watch JoJo's. I don't know.
Just based off of what we both said.
I think Lonnie made a good case.
I would also choose Dio out of the case. I also just think Dio is so petty. I love Dio because of how petty he is, for real. That's why I love Dio more than Kira, but it doesn't really matter to me either way.
Dio just kills more people. Congratulations, you're Majin Buu. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I got outvoted.
These anime's reverse Flash. What are we talking about?
Facts, Jalen.
Oh, who's next?
Petty and just kills more people.
Who is next?
Who's
that in the front?
It's random's turn.
Oh, you did Kira, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, who do we have left? Okay, no, I'll just take Kid Buu, but he didn't. Okay, if you want to maybe B the end of above Dead Man, whatever that last dude in B is, but.
Who is this dude?
Who is he for real?
He's the main antagonist in Devilman Crybaby.
Yeah, but Kid Buu, all Kid Buu was like rage and hands. Like when he goes up to heaven and just starts beating their asses too after he destroys the earth. You know, Kid Buu was a menace the whole time. So, but in terms of if you want to say he's a great villain, I mean,
not really.
If you want to compare him
here.
I know Angie. I know.
Celestial. Don't name, man.
Like, am I wrong, Ty? What do you think? If you want to put him, I still think he's better than Overhaul. So if you want to put him at the top of C, I'm fine.
He's just angry and evil.
He's just angry and strong. Like,
angry and strong, but he
doesn't
destroys
really
the earth.
He doesn't even talk. Like
he goes to heaven, starts beating their ass. Then he pulls up to Supreme Kai's world, and he was so strong he reincarnated into a good guy. What are we talking?
I mean, especially when you compare them to like how Crollo's more meticulous and how he handles situations and how he created a whole organization to do certain jobs and steal certain net abilities, and then Shao Tucker's impact, Stain's impact. Like Kid Buu does not really like that. I don't lie. I think
put him at the top of C then. Put him at the top of C.
You can put him in front of Overhaul. I'm fine with that.
Who you got,
Lonnie.
Who's that first guy?
This is Dobby.
Really? I can't see shit. I'm not
Dobby?
Yeah,
yep.
I want to say that.
Oh, Dobby's fire.
Like Dobby.
Dobby's fire.
Oh, if I knew that was Dobby, I would have picked him instead.
Got the main antagonist from Tokyo Ghoul. I'm kind of mad. Let's go push for S tier.
To be fair, I don't understand why that dude from Kokoro no Basket's on here for real. He's just a really good basketball player, and he's cocky.
He's an antagonist, though.
He's definitely an antagonist.
He pretended to try to kill somebody with scissors like one time. Like that's
no, he's an antagonist because he's just going against the main cast.
I'm just saying.
Give me Madara. Put him in A in front of Itachi.
W. I'll go for J. I'll go twice for J. Rob. Dobby, put him in front of Envy.
Fair.
Oh shoot, my bad. J. Rob, I just went for you to go.
No,
I put Dobby in A. I put Dobby in A tier.
How high though? Yeah, put that. I put right. Now I see where you at. That's
right next to Envy. Yeah, I think Dobby's great.
Dobby's a good villain.
I mean, let's give the people what they want, man. Throw that man Sosuke Aizen, man. Put up. Stop playing with Cuz. Move him up. Bring a more.
Up.
More.
Up higher.
More.
Higher.
More.
Next tier, Mike. Go to the next tier. Go to the next tier.
Don't even explain yourself.
Up. Let's go.
More.
Yeah, let's go.
More. Nah, I'm just kidding. Put him. For me.
Don't even explain yourself. Just put him where you got.
I think he's S tier. I think he should be an S tier.
Yeah, honestly, if it was up to Jay Reezy, man, throw that boy in the S tier, man. Right there, boom. Right there.
Put him at the top.
So he's better than Frieza.
Oh yes, to me, yes. I'm not going back and forth.
Frieza just racist for real.
I don't care about what happened in Dragon Ball. I don't care what changed in Dragon Ball Z versus Abridged. No, I don't care, bro. Give me my dog in the S tier, and Frieza's not a better villain. But everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
He's so much better. But you
My
know,
boy
I'll
Isaac
be
even got
nice
better
today.
theme music than
Bro, it's
my boy
crazy.
Isaac
J-
got better
hey,
theme music
I'll
than
be-
all
I'll
these
be-
animes.
No, I'll be
This
nice
was for
today.
you, Ty.
I'll be.
Hey, not every villain can do that, yo. Not every villain can do that.
Yeah,
My
Isaac
boy
talked to-
Isaac, man. My boy
he talked
Isaac,
to
man. He
the
shakes the
directors.
room, man.
He talked.
How do you
to
feel
the
about this
directors.
statement though by Tank? Frieza
Frieza did
saved
not
anime.
save. What?
Nah, honestly, right now, people got to understand the person who's carrying right now anime in the West is actually Yuji Itadori.
You think so?
What?
Yuji?
JJK is carrying the next
Right
wave
up,
right
fix your
now.
face
bro.
right up,
Easily.
Well, Yuji's definitely not carrying JJK.
Well, he's the main character, so that's why I'm just saying. But I think JJK right now is
Right there, you make me sick, bro. You know, Rydell. He likes motherfuckers like but making stank faces at Aki and Itadori.
Nah, I'm gonna
He
tell
likes
you, Ty,
motherfuckers like I don't understand your brain, Rydell.
I already dissected this man. I already dissected this man. I've dissected Rydell. I already know his game. I already told him, Ty, this is what it is with him. His bias is stronger than his reason. You understand?
That's not.
No, listen.
It's true.
You want to go into Itadori's development and how his development parallels Gato? Like he's so much better than Yuno, but you like Yuno.
When Rydell
I
is
never.
objective-
I
Rydell
never
Most of his
said.
development, it feels like it's off screen.
I
Rydell
never
is
said
objective.
Yuji or Yuno's
When
better.
Rydell is
I just like
objective,
Yuno and Black
he
Clover.
is
Okay, so then I'll
flawless.
ask it. I'll
But
ask
he's
you.
a
Who's better?
who's
Who's
better?
better?
Who you like
Rydell,
more,
Yuji or
Yuno?
Yuno?
Well, you said what?
Do you like
Who's better, Yuji or Yuno?
more?
Yo, drink more water. $5.
Oh my god!
I hate him, bro. Bro, it's why I can't. You like niggas like but Itadori gets you to make do.
Nah, but Itadori is carrying a new wave on his back though. We need to put some respect on his name.
But like, okay, so if I'm being objective here, Yuji's still not carrying this wave of the Western anime.
Nah,
your opinion is. So in your
I just
opinion
think I'm not saying carrying. I mean like the new wave. I'm talking about the new wave, like not the popularity. I'm saying right now, like there is, I think, a wave of new anime fans that are solely coming in because of JJK. Me personally.
No, J-Rob, we're about to get the Mahito versus Itadori fight. It's about to get the next three is going to be that fight is beautiful.
And Rydell, wait till that fight.
Like the essentially him just
it's going to be part. It's going to be part 2 to that viral clip that took literally the world by storm. I think it's only going to add. Like I just feel like right now, JJK, that fight with Mahito, I can only imagine the scene when they split between the wolf and the rabbit.
That's going to be a big moment, but I do think the biggest moment is going to be Gojo when he does what he does to certain a lot of peoples, and when Gojo gets sealed by Kenjaku.
That already happened.
That was weeks ago.
That already happened?
Yeah, that was weeks ago.
I'm not watching the anime. I don't know.
When Maki gets her heavenly restriction.
Yes.
Oh, we're talking
that'll
about
probably be season 3. That'll be like season 3.
When she gets her heavenly restriction, oh my!
All I know is Itadori about to take over anime for these next few weeks.
He is, bro.
Because listen, that Mahito and Itadori fight is fire,
bro.
And you know it, Rydell. It's better than everything that Yuno's ever given you.
Oh my god!
I won't let it go. I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting it go.
He said everything Yuno produced trash compared to him.
Everything Yuno's giving you is nothing to compete.
Nothing comes close.
Yuno versus Zenon is going to be crazy. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not going to be the same.
Well, you know what I love about that fight outside of just the whole use speech, what he does for Nanami. Spoilers for people who read your scriptures.
Yeah, read your scriptures.
What happens to Nanami, and the biggest part of the dynamic is Nami essentially want to keep all the younger kids keep their innocence because they're children. But then after something happens to Nami, he said, "I'm going to take on your suffering, bro." That shit was tough.
Yeah, bro.
And he said, "I'm going to take on a bit of your suffering," because he's taking on that responsibility that Nami didn't want to give into him. But he understands that.
Sorry, I'm trying to take the easy way out.
Yeah, he said, like, listen, the moment is called for me to take responsibility that maybe my mentor didn't want to give me, but I gotta take it. That shit is better. You have seen nothing from Yuno that was better written than
zero. That one moment, bro.
Bro.
Hey man, I'll say
bro. The scene where the narrator goes, all three of them have
120%.
Bro, you're done.
Nothing Yuta has done.
Nothing your man's is done.
Hey, Yuji's
Bro,
gonna have a great moment.
I still want to know how he's better than Aki.
Will Yuji
He's
have
not.
like the
No, to
will
him,
Yuji
like
have the greatest moment out of JJK
he's
after
gonna
everything?
give him 25
I don't
episodes.
really know. I think people are gonna cling to Sukuna more, but you might be right. Who
Well,
knows?
let me ask you this: do you think Sukuna? Because Sukuna going viral now too.
That's what I'm saying. Sukuna's more
Darnell,
JJK
that's
to
you.
me, so.
Darnell, that's you. That whole clip
That
is coming live with is going viral because of that.
I mean, my thing was I think Sukuna
is gonna switch the fans. Like all the
that definitely should have been on this.
Sukuna is in the future is going to split the fan base because I think people are gonna love him.
I think he is.
Sukuna for sure. I
see
think
him for a
he'll be
while.
one of the greatest villains of all time.
No,
I agree with that.
I think for like this era, I think Sukuna has easily the most charisma out of any of the new gen villains, to me at least.
Oh
like,
yeah, for sure.
Charisma,
for sure.
Like, and it's so funny. Like if you think about it. Like he been meeting folks in the afterlife since Jogo. He was like, "Hey, yo, like you wanted to be human, but you know what I like about that? He's like, listen, like and I think it kind of ties to the idea of loneliness in JJK. Since you're being selfish, how you become strong. He's like, listen, you clinging to curses, human clinging to each other. That's why you're not one of them ones. And I think that Sakuna's accepted that loneliness is the only way you get power, at least in his eyes. He was told that to Jogo.
Yeah. So tough. I mean, I'm with you because I think Sukuna is like that. I think he's proven to be like that. I mean, I see JJK being the story about Sukuna more than anything personally. But I will say there's
one gonna end with Kenjaku.
There's one villain that eventually, if they get an anime, I think could be a really good villain for this new generation. It's Takeuji from the Elusive Samurai. If you know what I'm talking about, you know, of course.
Can I say one other thing about just My Hero Academia for me and Ty's sake? Because y'all really so sleep. Y'all know that when the scene, whatever they do that involves Present Mike, Eraserhead, and
Kumo, right?
Yeah, and cool. What's his name? I can't think of his name. Cloud. He got the cloud ability.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
they call him Kurogiri, but his real name I can't think of. Shiro Kumo. Yeah, whatever that is, that's also gonna when those panels come out and it gets animated. Like, yo, I'm gonna be honest. Riddell, Black Clover might not catch up.
Oh, I gave up on Black Clover, so it's like I'm good over here. I will say that
will go down as the worst rival in all of New Gen. How do you feel about that? If they don't figure it out.
Oh, to be fair, if they don't figure it out,
think about it. Who can he go past? He can't go past Bakugo at all. No shot.
Close. He's not close to
not
Bakugo
even
right
close.
now.
I hate Bakugo, and I can't. And even I hate Bakugo, and even I can't say that.
I can't say that.
Yeah, man, you being objective, you know it's not close.
I can't say that.
Hey, not better than Aki, not better than Megumi. Not better than Megumi.
He's not.
I mean, bro, when Kaiju number 8 come out,
that bodysuit,
bodysuit. You're saying he's better than Megumi? You're trying to say he's better than Megumi?
Bodysuit.
He's more tied into the story. Bro. You know what's so crazy about You know what's so crazy? After what happened, after Asa, they thought Asa died. It's like I was
be getting ragged a lot.
You know, it's so crazy, J. Rob. After they thought Asa died, and after the Lucia stuff, and it was like, it's like, yeah, it's my time. Like I think, we're gonna follow. We go straight to Asa. I'm like, okay, well, never mind.
They say, yeah, you good,
bro.
I agree.
Never mind. I thought we were gonna finally follow. It's like, actually, we're gonna go back to Asa because
no story.
Because actually,
we think Toriyama hates Vegeta.
Asta's teammates, Asta's own co-constituents on the Black Bulls got more fleshed out storyline than
I'm sorry, Yami's the second most impactful character. That's not
I think
the vice captain of the Black Bulls.
I mean, Asta Yami.
It's Asta Yami, and then
the second best character in Black Clover. Absolutely not.
Bro, I think the vice captain is the best character.
I'm trying to read this super chat. You know what I'm saying? Who would win these matchups? Jiraiya versus Sasuke during the Pain arc, and Jiraiya versus Killer Bee. Also, do you prefer the original Naruto or Shippuden? Personally, original is way better.
I prefer the original right before, right after the Sasuke retrieval arc. I think that is when that is as peak as it got for me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Sasuke retrieval
I
arc.
enjoy the original.
I don't know why. I feel
and then because there was a lot of filler, bro. Don't forget there was a lot of filler, bro.
I feel like Killer Bee. I don't like Killer Bee. I think he might be putting Jiraiya in a blender.
Yeah, come on, he is, bro. He is, bro. He is.
I don't know.
I think like.
I love Jiraiya, but
like
come on, he's losing, bro. I
think he's putting Jiraiya in the blender, bro.
He's losing, bro.
Because like Naruto was strong. Hold on a second. Do we think that Naruto and the Pain arc was stronger than Killer Bee?
In the pain arc?
Because he's stronger than Jiraiya. We know. I mean, he's stronger than Jiraiya.
He's stronger than Jiraiya, but I don't think he's
I
stronger
don't
than.
think Naruto's stronger.
He's not stronger than Killer B.
I think the
Yeah,
fact
bro,
that
you gotta really, Riddell, you gotta. At this point, we have seen Killer B go 4-on-1 with somebody who has a Amaterasu and a Susanoo, bro, and
I don't think he has anything strong enough for the tail beast bomb. Like a tail beast bomb.
That's my point. Like, yo, can he deal with a tail beast, bro? And not just like a rampaging, wild, out of control tail beast.
But Naruto beat Pain.
Tail beast.
At that point, his strongest jutsu is the Rasen Shuriken. I don't think that's stronger
Naruto beat Pain. That's
what I said. Naruto beat Pain with the help of the Nine Tails. Meaning, like, it wasn't just like.
It was, no. That's all Naruto's power. The Minato stuff is irrelevant.
I agree. But I'm saying these are the reasons why he's more powerful than Jiraiya. And I don't think Naruto.
Okay. We're asking. You can't compare him to Naruto. You got to compare him to Jiraiya.
Okay, I'll give you Killer B.
I think Killer B. I think I'll go Killer B, man, because of the tail beast, bro. Tail beast bomb is many nukes, bro. How you stopping those?
That question got me thinking though. If Jiraiya and Sasuke met around that time, realistically, we know Jiraiya wouldn't kill Sasuke because of Naruto. And if so, Sasuke killed Jiraiya, the way that story would have ended up being a little bit different and darker. Like, yo, my best friend just killed my sensei.
I don't know. I think Jiraiya would kill Sasuke if he had to. I personally do.
The reason
I think because of Naruto, I don't think he would do it. I think he would hesitate.
Well, Jiraiya never has he met Sasuke? I don't even know if he met Sasuke.
Yo, your man Draymond Green is OD.
I know. I saw that. He met Sasuke when they fought Itachi. When he fought Itachi in the hallway. That's when he.
He did that brief moment. Okay. Well, let's finish up this tier maker. We got like 5 more names. Honestly, I don't know who left off, so I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna put Hisoka. I'll put him. Should I put him A? I put him A, probably below Frieza.
I would put him A right now because, especially with the manga, how he starts killing all the Phantom troops and stuff like that. I feel like
I don't read the Hunter x Hunter manga. I'm not reading that.
I've been skimming just to try to keep up, but
they don't deserve my reads.
Right now, he's killing the Phantom troops after like they were trying to like save his life and heal him a little bit, which was crazy. And then he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna kill all these people." So
maybe if I read it, I'd put him up higher. But I mean, we knew he wanted to do that, so I don't know.
And Andy did throw out some names that aren't on here, like Medusa, S-Death. You know, we gotta give love to the ladies. I would put Medusa top of B, bottom of A, and S-Death probably around that same tier, honestly.
To be S-Death, and S-Death is one of my favorite. I don't use the word waifu a lot. I think it's cringe, personally. You know, but S-Death and Yoruichi, they like that. I'm just gonna say it like that.
Versus Ibana, Jesus Christ. Jesus, I would let her do unholy things to me and be perfectly okay. You saying that? Lonnie was talking about. Never mind. Let me stop.
Hey, that's my job. That's why I'm here.
Oh my God, Princess
Random. Who you
picking? Christ. You know what? I'm tired of bouncing around the bush. Put Aaron in A tier.
I don't think we should do these last 3.
You don't think so?
Actually, last 4 because this is King Bradley twice.
Oh! I was also wondering who that was.
Let's want to like replace them with different people. Like just say,
we'll just do these 4 names and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay, then Estarossa. Top of B, I think. Actually, no, behind Cell.
Okay, I'm mad at it. Estarossa is a very interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying,
just that. I mean, he met Escanor at the worst time.
Yeah, he went up against Escanor. I can see an argument why he would be lower. At the same time, like him being the strongest archangel, getting turned into a demon, due to save the war for the most part, to end the war, the holy war, and then having his memories completely rearranged, thinking that he's Meliodas' brother, but he's not. There's a lot of interesting story behind Estarossa, not gonna lie. Lonnie?
Let's see. I'm still mad that Farouk is not up here because I would put him above Aizen in fucking S tier.
It's Orochimaru, Kaido, and Mewtwo left. That's who we have.
No, that's
Orochimaru,
Blackbeard.
Mewtwo.
Where would I put Blackbeard?
I can't see it.
Until I see more, like I kind of have to put Blackbeard in B. But I'm like in front of Crollo.
What he has done a lot though.
I mean, he's done a lot, but that's what I'm conflicted about. I don't know exactly like where to care because I feel like a lot of his stuff is just gonna come later. I feel like he might end up being S tier by the time One Piece is over.
But let's think about what he's done. So Blackbeard obviously was introduced, someone who had very similar ideals as Luffy when they were initially met, when they talked about dreams, of course, but we didn't know who he was. And then obviously later on he becomes a warlord. Obviously still don't know what he is, but we know he has a plan in action as he starts recruiting more people. He beat Ace, took Ace in, brought him to prison, and brought him to the Marines to execute him, which was huge for the story because obviously that broke out the Marie-Geois War. And by having that happen, he used that as a means to go to the Impel Down to recruit more people to his crew. And not only that, he used the war as an opportunity to kill Whitebeard and take his devil fruit. So he killed he killed the person that he was in his crew with, and he manipulated Ace to use him as a foil to do two very important things. Then he becomes a Yonko, screws up the entire Marines, the Marines he was just a warlord for, so completely manipulated and tricked them as well. And afterwards, he becomes a Yonko, we know that, and he creates a whole island, like a pirate island for individuals, and has a plan where he sends out people to kidnap and steal devil fruits from people. He did that to what's his name, Moria, a whole former warlord. He just kidnapped him and stole his devil fruit, and he did that for so many other people. And recently, obviously, he beat down and almost killed Trafalgar D. Law. So Blackbeard has done a lot. I would say he's done a lot for the story of One Piece.
I'll say, well, another thing that I do like about Blackbeard is that, like how you said, like he has similar goals to Luffy, but like he's like the other side. I do like that he signifies and represents the other side of being a pirate, the greed, the murder, the dirtiness, the underhanded tactics, and stuff like that. He's like that, the stereotypical pirate to the extremes and so much. So put him behind Dio. Put him behind Dio.
I think he's better than Dio.
He's not better than Dio. Shut up.
He is better than Dio.
Well, he's worse than Dio for now, right, Lonnie?
No,
like I said, I think Blackbeard will end up being S tier, but by the time One Piece story is over. But yeah, I'm fine right there. Your turn, Ty.
You're muted, Ty.
Orochimaru. Orochimaru's either put Orochimaru behind Hisoka. I say behind Hisoka.
Okay, not mad at it. Right back at the top. Last one, Mewtwo. Last one, Mewtwo. I mean, Mewtwo is just kind of evil. He's not really a villain at the end of the day either. I mean, that'll be on D tier.
Didn't he kill the main character?
Did he? Ash is still alive.
He did in the movie, so never mind.
And then like the tears, you know.
Yeah.
That's how he turned into stone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's basically death, isn't it?
I thought he came back to life. I mean,
Yeah, he came back to life.
No.
But also, is that movie canon?
Also, wasn't it like an accident, kind of?
I don't think any Pokemon movies are canon.
Yeah, so I don't know if it is or not.
To be fair, Pokemon anime, it doesn't have a canon, so it doesn't matter. All right, so this is our villain tier list. Any changes? One change for everybody. My change is Shigaraki's not better than Griffith. Stop with that disgusting. I think Griffith deserves his own tier. Personally, I think
I can understand that. Actually, I can understand that.
So that is my gripe. Griffith top. Anybody else?
I want to be petty and move Cell down further, but I'm not gonna do it. I don't really see anything else wrong with the list, to be honest.
You know, There's something wrong with S tier, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
Maybe the order.
Is it Pain?
Oh no, it's not. Well, he's not the biggest issue. It's something wrong. I just can't.
Shiggy. It has to be Shiggy.
No, it's not Shiggy.
Okay.
You can't be hating on Doflamingo, bro.
Yeah,
it's of course, though. Doflamingo deserves that. Hold, keep him right there. I don't know something. It just seems off. I don't know what it is though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Father, right?
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it.
That's crazy.
Looks fine to me.
Random. You got any changes you want to make?
No, I'm good. There's no. I don't have a real feasible way to up the guy I want to up. So don't worry about it.
What's
See,
the guy?
Being nice. They being nice.
What does he want? What do you want to move up?
I want to move up Dobby, but there's no conceivable way I can do it. He's still A, but I want to move him up. But there's legitimately no conceivable way I can actually do it.
I want to move all these guys down. That's what I want to do.
Some I would move down further than others.
Who's the? Can we find out who this freaking dude at the end of B's name is for real?
Lonnie is your guy.
Oh, let me look up his name. I really forget his name.
You don't
bro.
like him, Lonnie. You don't like him.
No, he is. He
for
is
11. Hey, everybody
can't remember his name.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, to be honest though, like, and it's like my ultimate flaw when it comes to anime and manga, because I've read so much and I read so much, I forget names all the time. Like we can talk about My Hero, and I'll be like, yo, Todoroki, like I forget his name every other conversation.
No, I agree with that. I be forgetting those names too.
Okay, to wrap it up, before we wrap up the show, one last segment we're gonna do forever at the end of the shows. I call this Fraud Watch. We talk about frauds all the time.
Oh, his real name is Satan. So there you go. That's his name. He's Satan.
Hey, shout out Satan. So
what?
Is that what you said? Am I tripping?
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna shout out Satan. Like the fuck.
Oh, Satan. Yeah, that's his name.
That's tough. That is tough.
Oh my.
So
I'm gonna pray
Fraud
for you.
Watch. Does anybody? We're gonna see if anybody has anybody on Fraud Watch. I'll bring up one. There's a potential person or potential entity that is on Fraud Watch. Not saying they're a fraud now, but they're on Fraud Watch. This is Fraud Watch alert. Shonen Jump is on a little bit of Fraud Watch. And the reason why I'm saying that is it's going to get very dangerous. Once One Piece ends, JJK ends, Black Clover ends. Oh, Black Clover is not part of Jump anymore. My Hero ends. Chainsaw Man. What else is ending? Undead Unluck is ending. Mission Yozakura family's ending. And I wouldn't be surprised if Sakamoto Days is on its rear end as well. So a lot of very important manga for Shonen Jump is ending. And then a recent Shonen Jump manga just got canceled again called Ice Head Gill. I'm thinking after this.
Oh, don't forget Kaiju number 8. Kaiju number 8 is also.
Kaiju number 8 is not going to be able to carry this. So Shonen Jump is on Fraud Watch to the point where it's the gap between Shonen Jump and everybody else is going to be non-existent. It's pick your poison at that point. So
That's fair.
I'm just saying. Shonen Jump.
It is something concerning because we all know JJK is like probably the lead. Attack on Titan's been over. So JJK is going to be leading, but that's probably going to end by the manga's got to end by next year. The
JJK is ending before One Piece.
Yeah, no, like because he wanted to realistically end it. I think he said he wanted to end it this winter, but then he like realized how much story he actually has to do. So he's like, "There's no way that's possible." So just extending. I'm thinking like by next winter time, the manga's gonna be over. Now they could the way that they have the season set up. It's probably gonna end up being 5 to 6 seasons, probably maybe 7. So that's still gonna be like a good 5 years of JJK anime. And so like they have time.
This with no more movies, Lonnie? No more movies from JJK?
If they do, they would have to do like backstories or stuff that we haven't seen yet. Because the only reason why
they can do a movie about Maki's situation, they could just do a movie for it. They don't need a whole.
But the way they really would do Yuta's, because Yuta was the original story, and then they made it into a one shot. and then they just made it into like they just made it into a prequel, so they can just like hey, let's just make the prequel / original story into a movie. That's how that worked out. So yeah, they would have to. I feel like if they got into, because I think I mentioned before, like when it comes to like Gojo and Yuta's ancestor, how he's like one of like the 3 top curse users in history or whatever. Like if they go and talk about those guys, I feel like that would be like an interesting story. If we learn about like maybe Kenjaku's past in a movie, that would be interesting. But I feel like that's just gonna be more canon material that's not gonna be a movie. But yeah, they can try. I don't see it happening though. But yeah, Chainsaw Man's probably gonna end by end of next year too.
And you never know, Kaiju number 8 might end sooner than we think too, because what story are they going to tell after Kaiju number 10 is defeated? I have no idea. Or Kaiju number 9.
I always thought it was ending after this arc, was it not?
I would be surprised if it doesn't, because they have no villains that they set up after number 9. So I don't know.
And Jalen, like, yeah, if Hell Arc comes back, it will be good. But the problem with Hell Arc and Bleach itself, Bleach does not have the best pacing. It really doesn't. And so I feel like some things are dragged
Kubo
out.
Could learn to be,
but it's not that Kubo can't learn. It's that he also felt rushed by Shonen Jump. So he's going to take. So that's why he's taking so long for Hell Arc now. And I feel like you're not going to be allowed to put him on a timeline like, hey, we need this new chapter by next week. We need this new chapter by next month. He's going to tell him to fuck off, because he's like, you ruined 1,000-Year Blood War for me. You made me rush. You made me like skip over a bunch of stuff that I wanted to do. I couldn't dive into stuff. You're not going to do that this time. So that's why he gave us that one shot of Hell Arc, and then he's like, yeah, I'm working on it, but the more you guys ask, he literally said, the more you guys ask me for it, the more I'm going to push it back. So he's in full control. So we have maybe a Bleach Hell Arc, and then Sakamoto Days, Kaiju number 8, and then like, yeah, their IPs are like they're kind of in trouble. So
what does Shonen Jump have at the moment that is that we should be on the lookout for then?
Well, I will say this though: if they can't get any major IPs rolling in these next 3 to 4 years, we're gonna start seeing a bunch of reboots. We might see some new Hitman Reborn. We might see Tokyo Ghoul. We might see that's what we might see. Because so if they can't give us the next big thing, if that doesn't come out, then, and I think, to be fair, they have tried. Like Hell's Paradise, the maker, like he made a new manga, it didn't work out. So like they tried promoting another thing, it didn't work out. So it's like they've been trying, they just haven't been hitting.
So the ones that I would say is going to be able to last long enough, Spy X Family for sure. The Elusive Samurai is going to be a long-running manga for sure. They have a whole history they want to tell. Shoujo Noel seems like that's going to be one of the ones they want to keep. Goku Rokugai obviously is one they want to keep. And Trojan X is one they want to keep. Other than that, I don't really have hope for any other.
So is it conceivable to say that Spy Family will be carrying Shonen Jump in the future? It's massively popular. They approved 2 seasons and gave it an original movie.
So it's hard to say. It's not weekly.
Oh yeah, Trojan X, they can also do that. So
also not weekly. So
but I'm saying they have enough material at least make like a few seasons.
Yeah, they need to keep on pumping up these new manga and hopefully figuring out if one of them is
because something's gonna need to hit. Or
so obviously you guys have been reading manga before me. Have they faced a situation like this in the past?
The last situation,
I haven't read,
or did they just have the big 3? So they never.
If we're talking historically, the last time they faced the situation was before One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto came out, which was the big 3. Yeah, because it's the big 3 is what saved Shonen Jump. So
that's what put it on the map. That's why it's so popular right now. Is that the big 3 was as popular as it was in the West, and then moving forward. So
Shonen Jump was getting dire around that time because a lot of things I think were ending. Like I think Yu Yu Hakusho ended, Rurouni Kenshin ended, and stuff like that. Dragon Ball Z, I think that was like their only thing. So, but when One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach came out like year after year after year, that's what kind of saved the company.
I just don't think they've ever had a situation like this where they are in such a high that it's going to pitfall.
It's also the new age of manga and anime now, where like we're getting these shorter stories.
I'm about to say, there's no. Do you ever see a story going as long as?
Because
One Piece is an outlier.
in this day and age,
it doesn't need to be as long, but they need to have enough material for.
And Fire Force is good, but it's not as popular as some of these other ones, so it's not gonna sustain.
Fire Force is done.
Shame.
I'm talking about the anime. Done. Like they can still have a good like 2-3 seasons worth of manga to make into an anime.
I always feel like with Fire Force though, they always release it at the wrong time, so it doesn't get the pub that I think Fire Force is completely underrated. But
I think
they don't. They don't. It always releases around the wrong time.
Might get a Soul Eater reboot, so it's like I don't know. Like they can. They
rebooted Rurouni Kenshin, so why not? I guess. Or we're gonna get like re-releases or something.
And
do you guys have anything y'all want to put on Fraud Watch before we wrap things up?
I want to say Dragon Ball, but
yeah. I also want to say Dragon Ball, Lonnie.
Oh Jesus! It sounds like
I'm sorry. A lot of these characters in Dragon Ball are just overrated, bro. To me, are just not overrated, like stale. Like a lot of the things that are happening are just stale, and like
we need to have an episode.
Dragon Ball. Look, we've Dragon Ball has, at least Toriyama has found a formula that kind of works, but it's also been, you've seen fans ask for a little bit more. Like that's why Moro, when he was first introduced and he was such a big, like, okay, what is this guy? People were really excited about him, especially when he made his wish on the Dragon Balls and it turned out to be really nothing.
And Tank for context, I've watched like 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Abridged. I'm not, so don't throw me in that mix.
Hey man, Ty, do you have anything you want to put on Fraud Watch?
Nah.
Yeah,
I definitely recommend y'all should read the Dragon Ball manga.
Hey,
wait. I guess I can say this too, Riddell. Put Rising of the Shield Hero on Fraud Watch. Put that shit on Fraud Watch. That shit is ass as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Season 2 hurt, and I'm also showing some vitriol because that was my first anime, and season 2 was so bad with just terrible decision making. Plus, it had 2 delays with COVID and 2 more delays, and they still messed it up. Season 3 right now is. I'm like, maybe this also because I'm biased towards the story. It's mid, but Shield Hero right now, the anime is probably gonna not do well for the IP.
And Angie, I have this theory because Burn the Witch is in the same universe of Bleach, but it's like a few years ahead. I think they said like Bleach is like in like 1997 or something like that, and Burn the Witch is like 2001. I feel like Hell Arc, yeah. No, so like Burn the Witch they're also the Soul Society, but they're like the Soul Society of Europe. Yeah, so it's like they deal with the things going on like in Europe, and then Soul Society deals with things going on like in the Japan area.
Okay.
So like if you watch them, like they're also doing like keto techniques and stuff like that. It just looks different.
Okay.
But I feel like Hell Arc and Burn the Witch, they're gonna collide at some point.
Actually, I do have some on Fraud Watch. It's the Hell Arc. It's just not coming back, bro. I don't know who told y'all that.
He said he's working on it.
Yeah, he said a lot.
He said it this year. He's working on it.
He says a lot of things. Ty's gonna be wrong.
I hope so. I hope so. You know what? I hope so because that story just got really retconned, and he needs to come back and explain that shit. Because all my niggas in hell right now, which is
he did. Yeah, he did. They said it wasn't a big deal, but him, the JJK author, and somebody else had like a big meeting or whatever apparently a few weeks ago.
Kubo telling Gage how to write. Cool.
I think it's the other way around, but never mind.
Hey, it sounds like we got a topic for next episode.
Hold on. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, Riddell. Sorry.
What are we gonna be saying about Dragon Ball? Is it time to tell the truth about Dragon Ball?
Y'all don't read Dragon Ball.
Obviously, this is anime. This is anime based. This is anime based. What do you want us to do about it?
What's the last time you watched Dragon Ball?
Watched it? I don't know. Years ago.
Do you actually do you remember enough about it to actually judge it the way you judge other series?
Yeah. I remember everything. I remember a lot of the things that happened. But for a dissection, I don't remember quotes like
No,
for
it's not about
or
that. It's
anything.
not.
I remember story points.
But it's more so about what do these things mean for the characters. Like for example, if I ask people like if we talk about like what Super Saiyan means, like what it actually meant to the story, that's why I'm saying stuff like that. Yeah, you can say, well, Goku went Super Saiyan, like, but that's like me saying, the Titans were in the wall, but what does it mean for the story though? That's what I'm saying. Can we actually have that conversation?
Ty, for
we can have that because those are things that are actually like I feel like are actually impactful and worthy, like to make Dragon Ball like notorious and like that. That is not stuff I'm attacking. I'm not necessarily even attacking Dragon Ball. Frieza to me is overused and it's getting stale on me. I'm sorry, like Frieza.
Tank, we're not saying Dragon Ball does not have the impact. He may be the most impactful IP in anime history. We're not saying that at all.
I'm talking about strictly writing, because that's where, to me, where people are disingenuous. Because when you really dive into the character writing, I especially think most people don't remember Dragon Ball. If we're being honest, most people don't remember it because they haven't revisited it. And also, the manga has just a different interpretation of things. Like for example, in the Dragon Ball in the anime, the reason he lets Frieza Vegeta go is because he thinks that Vegeta can change the way that Piccolo did. In the manga, it's because he said he never faced a force this powerful. It actually scared him, so he wants to challenge against Vegeta. That is a complete different interpretation of who Goku is as a person, and that happens all the time throughout the anime because the anime, notorious for Dragon Ball, is horrible for actually give you the consistent character writing. So that's what I was like.
There's like 500 chapters of Dragon Ball. Will I read it? Okay, let's save this. I need enough time to reread this entire thing. Let's save this episode though for down the line. We'll have a full dissection.
I know on our thing we had.
1 week is not enough to read 500 chapters.
So hold on. So next week I put in like, are we gonna do a roundup of? We probably should have done it this week. I put it with the thing, but we want to do a roundup of all the shows that are out right now and talk about them for real. I know we mentioned Frieren, but there are other shows that we could talk about.
I think we can wait until the end of the season and do all that. Okay. I don't think there's a need to talk about it in the middle of the season.
Yeah, the other topic was like, can we finally, I guess, really dive into why manga is better than comics? I know we did. I know I did the agenda last week, but to have
we need a comic book guy. If we can get what's his name? King Lion. If we can get him on a show, then I'm willing to dive into that because I'm not a comic book guy. I don't know anybody else here that's gonna.
I tried a little bit when I was younger, but I just couldn't buy into it. Especially, I think right at that point, DC did Resurgence when I tried. They just rebooted to do Resurgence, or not Resurgence, the New 52. So I was like, why am I? So what about all these comics that you guys made? So what's going on with that? So
we'll save it for.
We do have some live streams. We do have some live streams coming. I think either this weekend or next week. Yeah. I'm doing a movie, and then we're doing Frieren, and then
Pluto episode 2 on Sunday. Oh no, Saturday. Pluto episode 2 on Saturday. It was episode 1 is fantastic. I'm a big up you guys all the time. What a fantastic way, and to introduce a story without using your main character as well, to just kind of show. I'm not going to say world building because we didn't.
I think Random froze.
Yeah, I think Random froze.
I think it's cooked.
I was gonna say also in a few weeks I might do a rewatch, even though it's like my 30th rewatch of Tokyo Ghoul, and then also points out all the things that they did wrong, but.
No, the manga, the anime, they just said nah. Well, it's one of those things where like a lot of anime back then manga wasn't as big, so like a lot of studios just went their own direction.
I'm talking more about like RE Tokyo RE, because that's more recent. That's like not too long ago.
I know, but I said the anime
is not that long ago. Because
I just know anime and manga deviated, and
it deviated crazy. So
yeah. I guess next conversation. I mean, we talked about villains here. We talked about rivals.
Bro, we're gonna need that freaking Aki. I just need to hear the explanation one of these days, because I
really need a breakdown. But the thing is, he's not big on part 1 of Chainsaw Man. He thinks like part 2 was like way better, which is crazy to me.
Better. Yep. Stand by.
Like what would you rate part 1 of Chainsaw Man? Like ABC scale 1 to 10, like what?
7 or 8, I guess. Probably 7 or 8, one of those. And then I'll put part 2 0.5 higher on one of those. That's probably where I land.
What are your gripes with part 1 again?
My thing with part 1 is that I think it's fun. I think it relies on shock value a lot of the times to kind of appeal the audience. I think the development of the story in part 2 is better because they are progressing the story along, kind of flushing things out a lot more deliberately. Where I think part 1 at times just guys like crazy fun, but just crazy stuff happening. So I mean, I can. This is the end of the episode. I can't get into everything here, but yeah, I think part 1 is just a bit overrated. You know what I'm saying?
You said shock.
I don't think it's just fun and shock value. I don't.
So much.
I think most of its appeal is shock value.
Well,
you think most of its appeal is shock value?
I think you want about character writing. Chainsaw Man is so their characters are so fascinating. I think like Denji's a very fascinating character. Like
I don't think so. I don't think so.
We're gonna have to dive into this next week.
Bro,
I think part 2's development of Denji is far more.
He's gonna make me act up. You think part 2? It's far more what? Far more what?
Denji's character.
Denji. We found out who Denji is, but now we're seeing Denji progress.
I think we saw him progress a lot in part 1.
A lot in part 1,
like
compared to part 2.
I'm saying a lot. I know you say I'm saying he progressed a lot. I think that the author does interesting ways to do it. Like
I feel like part 2 he develops way less.
I feel like he uses bizarre things to create interesting character moments. That's what I think he does. Like the whole thing with him touching Power's breast is very bizarre. It's very strange.
But it's also meaningful.
It's meaningful because he's a character that, and I think this is actually interesting because he obviously does not really understand how to interact with people. He's just going off a high of what he thinks he wants. And that's a great example of you really being excited for something, but it not being as good as you thought it was. And so that's where he's like, well, what now? This is all I wanted, because he's very simple-minded because how he grew up. So he's not really thinking of big picture. He's just trying to grow and change. So when he gets something he think he really wants, it's like, this isn't really what I thought it would be. So he's disappointed. So now he's trying to figure out where to go next. And that's pretty much his story, is trying to figure out what next, because he's so simple-minded at the beginning of the story. Because of those experiences. But he really, what we find out what he really wants is just to have a meaningful connection to someone. That's what he really wants.
What I love about Denji,
he's just struggling to understand himself because he's a child, and he's trying to understand himself, his passions, his sexuality. He's trying to understand all these things. I think they do a good job progressing it over and over and over. And he realized that the companionship that he had with Aki and Power was the most meaningful thing that he had. So I just.
No, that's fine.
We don't have to fully dive
some
in.
of the things that you're doing. I think you're kind of over explaining a little bit. I don't think people find Denji interesting for those things. I think people find
I'm not saying I'm saying what I think the author's doing. I'm not saying like what the people connect to those things. I'm just saying what I think the author's doing.
I mean, the aspect of finding more meaning based off superficial materialistic thing, that's fine. I mean, it's not as complicated as we're making it seem at the end of the day. But
what?
When I'm looking at Denji, I definitely think that he starts to get past that to an extent. But I think part 2 is trying to flesh it out much more deliberately than it did in part 1.
I don't think I explained it complicated way. I think that, again, an example of him trying to figure out what he wants in life, and he thinks he wants certain things, but then when they're not what he expects, he's disappointed. So he's trying to find something else to latch onto. But we know that he really just wants companionship. I don't think it's complicated. I didn't overcomplicate that.
Not complicated.
Yeah, I didn't overcomplicate that at all.
Yeah, the simplicity is deep if you really think about it, Riddell.
More than it is, right?
So what parts of what I said was incorrect? Did you think?
I didn't say incorrect. I'm saying you're making it sound like it's more than it is. I said I repeated what you said.
I feel like you're doing the opposite. You're making it seem less than what it is.
I would say, which part am I exaggerating then? Let's just, lack of a better word. Which part did I?
I feel you're undercutting
the progression part. The way that it's being brought out from part 1, because I'm comparing it to part 2. That is my biggest thing for you. My biggest thing here.
Give me an example.
Yeah, please give me an example of part 2.
I
would
just,
love to hear.
No. Example of what I just brought up that was overselling it.
No, the part where you said the progression, because the only reason why you brought up the progression, because the initial statement was, I think part 2 is doing it more deliberately. So you bringing out a part 1, reasoning behind it seems to be a way to say that what I'm saying is incorrect. So that's what I'm saying. You're overdoing it because I don't think it's better than part 2.
What?
What is
I'm so confused, bro.
I get. You're saying that
because did the words come out of my mouth saying that he doesn't progress at all in part 1?
No, I didn't say. I wouldn't make a.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't say. I just said I think he progressed a lot. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't saying he progressed more than part 2. My comment was he progressed a lot in part 1. That's what I said.
A lot. I don't think he progressed a lot. I mean, I did think that he was able to find out more, obviously, about.
Did you read part 1?
Like, wait, hold on a second. If
on mushrooms,
he started off the story thinking to himself he would feel nothing if Power and Aki passed away. He literally says himself because again he's not used to interacting with people. He's never made meaningful connections. He literally says to himself, if they died, I probably wouldn't feel anything. To what the fact Aki's spoiler alert, Aki's death hurt him so bad he would rather feel nothing and be a dog than to deal with the pain of losing Aki because of how much it hurt him. That is such a stark contrast than what he felt when he was questioning. He wouldn't feel anything. That is literally the exact opposite end of the spectrum.
So when you're saying a lot, I'm using it on a spectrum because progression and development is 1-to-1. When I'm saying a lot to someone, I'm imagining a character whose development is very crucial to who they become later on in the story. All right, so let me get a comparison. When you say Denji progressed a lot from who we started at versus who we ended in part 1, would you say that's comparable to Bakugo?
I could say comparable to. Yes, I think so. So here's the thing: you can say that Bakugo's is because it's a longer series, but I'm saying if you want to go from where they were from here to here, the change is like again, him saying that he would feel nothing at a loss of companions or didn't really care about relationships, and then being so connected to them that it hurt him that badly.
He was overwhelmed.
He was so overwhelmed that he was like, I would rather just be nothing. I don't want to think for myself because thinking for myself hurts too much. That is, it's the exact opposite. It just is.
Now okay, would you compare the lot to someone like Eren Yeager?
Again, they're all, I guess you could say one. So the thing about Eren is that I think that Eren's development is more so him realizing what he has to do. Like something he's always. I think it's more so him coming to terms with that. So I think that we're comparing. Are you talking about the? I'm more so talking about how much he changed. He just changed so much in part 1.
I really want to know what in part 2 that you think made him change so crazy.
I think in part 2 he's more. If I'm being honest, I think in part 2 he's more so. I think part 2 he's acting on the development he got in part 1. I don't think he's necessarily changed. He's more so.
I would agree to that.
Like, he's more so just expressing the new version of himself. So, like, for example, he said, "I want to do what I want to do." These are things that he was not
like lessons learned from part 1.
He's like he's more he knows how to express himself better. It's not that he's changed in part 2. It is that he's now fully realized character, and now we're just seeing that fully realized character interact with the world now. That's what that is. He hasn't.
So I actually agree to that, which is why I say in part 2 is flushing it out much more than it did in part 1, which is why I brought that out. I mean, I see based on how you explain in terms of changing. I mean, that's fine because I will say that he definitely changed from part 1 because, like you said, he's much more materialistic. He has more connections. The situation with Aki obviously impacted him. The situation with Power impacted him. The obviously with how he decided to deal with Makima by the end of it obviously was due to his change of course. My biggest thing is like a lot of the situations were just actions, right? And now we're seeing kind of how everything is playing out, how everything is fleshing out in part 2. We're seeing how his personality is fleshing out. We're seeing how his actions and his motives and how he thinks about things are fleshing out. So that is why I care about part 2, because even though I like the constant action and all that stuff, if I'm caring about the character that is Denji, you can look into, based on how you looked at it in Tai, obviously you looked at it very deeply, and I agree to a lot of sentiments you're saying, but I think part 2 is where the mangaka really wants to show who these characters are, what this story is, what this world is, what this lore is, what Denji's impact on the world is, much more than part 1, where I saw more of a situation where some things were happening as you were indicating. But I think a lot the biggest draw of Chainsaw Man was how wild it was and how it was able to encapsulate the audience. Because I think, especially for the casual audience, I don't think they're getting the same similar message that you're getting, although may or may not be true. But I think they're getting encapsulated how wild Chainsaw Man is and how it immediately encapsulated how different the story is. So I think a lot of part 1, although the story is there, I think part 1 grabbed the audience versus part 2. Now he's trying to build
like that's
the
also
bigger
a casual
story
take, Riddell. Like I feel like that's a casual take, because if you really if we look at the basis of Denji and compare him to any other like Shonen Jump MC, I want to be Hokage, I want to be the Wizard King, I want to be the greatest hero. And then you see, just off the first episode or the first few chapters, you see someone who grew up in the slums, grew up with nothing, was just constantly getting taken from, and he just wanted the basic necessities in life. That's something that any normal human can relate to, but he's doing it at such a base level. He's doing it like at such like almost like a toddler level to begin with, where he's just mixing like peanut butter and honey and whatever, like just so he can experience life.
I they're connecting more to the fact that he he's a nobody, but more so the fact that he got his body torn into pieces.
That's not what that's not what I'm saying. The fact that he just wants basic happiness and basic necessities.
What does that have to do with what I
said initially? Here's the thing. Based off of that, again, that make you be your experience, that that's fine. But from my experience, people like Denji because of his character, like who he's grown to be. Like because I follow a lot of Chainsaw Man creators on TikTok, and they really break down Denji's character. I think we're underselling how much people actually enjoy not just the bizarre things in Chainsaw Man, but what these actions and these events mean to the characters. People really care about this. I don't think it's simple as, oh well, it's just bizarre. That's what the biggest. I don't actually do not agree with that.
In terms of casual fans, I think that's 100% the case. I think you can find meaning in all stories. Personally, I think you can break down every single story that ever exists. I think every anime and manga that is popular are popular because they are a well-written story. And in general, I don't think there's technically any bad written stories that exist. But when it appeals to a casual audience, that's how you get the money. That's how you get the views. There's a very intricate approach that you can go to. You can go the simplistic hero's journey. You can go wild, batshit crazy like Chainsaw Man, or to an extent, Attack on Titan. So my thing is, I agree that you can find meaning behind what Denji is, and I'm not against that. But I don't think that makes Chainsaw Man necessarily a different level of growth for the story versus any other manga or anime that's out there. I think what made Chainsaw Man exciting and appealing was the shock value. And I think the writing is not different levels from any other writing you find from a relatively popular series.
You don't think the writing is okay?
Compared to other series, you can name me a series that you go like, okay, this writing is by far better than that.
The problem with that is that there are so many actual like
Black Clover.
There's so many stories out there. Like there are like things become popular. If it's just shock value, then a lot of stories would be just as popular. A lot of stories, because there are a lot of stories that aren't really that well written and they're just shocking that I used to see growing up. They never got the appeal of Chainsaw Man. It's because Chainsaw Man's a well written story. It's not just because it's shocking. Because if it was just shocking, there'd be so many stories that'd be just as popular, bro.
I'm not saying it's the only thing.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think the biggest reason is just people appreciate the story. Like that's just what it is. Like the fact that you can go to people talk about Chainsaw Man, and they're one of the scenes that was talked about so much in Chainsaw Man community is the Aki scene with Denji. It's not because it's so shocking. It's because they value the connection these two characters grew to have. And they're sad that Aki died. Like it wasn't just, well, it was just, he's the gun devil. It's so shocking. It's like, no, it is bizarre. Like, and again, that's what I'm saying. He uses these bizarre moments to get good, great character writing. We see Aki at the door with this big gun at his head. That's bizarre. It's bizarre. But then we actually break down what's happening and see what Denji has to force himself to do, and the foreshadowing of it from that the future devil, like all that. That is what made that scene so great, and that's what people love. They didn't love that scene is not talked about. Some scene is not talked about because he had a big gun in his head. Just as like, damn, Denji got kill his homeboy.
I mean,
the shock value in that fight isn't what makes that fight great. It's like the actual story behind the fight.
The shock value is not in. I'm not saying shock value is the only thing. I said
you're saying it's the biggest thing.
I'm saying it's low. I'm saying it's that. I know what you're saying. You're not saying it's the only thing. I'm just saying.
You're making it seem like it's like the biggest draw.
To appeal to the fans, I think it's the most important thing. Now, I'm not saying Chainsaw Man's a bad written story because I did say it's a 7 or 8. So it's like it's still a well-written story, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to it does also compares to like who you talk to, because Ty, to be fair, I've never heard anybody talk about the snowball scene until I met you and J-Rob. I'm honest. I've never heard anybody talk about the snowball scene. I've heard people talk about the power scene, obviously, around the end. I heard people talk about the scene with Denji and that one girl who smokes.
Himeno?
I forget her name.
Yeah, Himeno.
And I think there was one more scene, but I'm kind of blanking. Oh, people talk about that scene with the woman and all her harem devils.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's not even like my top 5 moments for me.
Well, Power should be top 5.
I'm talking about the last one.
I would say you need to get on Chainsaw Man TikTok, bro, and Chainsaw Man YouTube.
I mean, they're Chainsaw Man content creators. I mean, they definitely dissect it more so than other people.
But I'm saying I think it's just more than you think. Like people, if you go to the comment section of those videos, it's not that. Oh my god, I never would have thought about that. But like, yeah, like that's why I love it too. Like that's what you're saying. But
now, if you were talking about like Fire Punch, then I could agree with like okay,
Fire Punch.
Value. Yeah. You're talking about that, like, because he also made.
But there's a reason why that's popular.
Yeah, that I feel like that's more popular because of shock value, and I still have not finished Fire Punch, and I never will finish Fire Punch. But it's not
like mainstream, right? You still need a certain level of writing, and I give credence to that certain level of writing. But at the same time, there are different ways to become popular, and I think Chainsaw Man really stepped on stage with how shocking it is. Because when it initially came out, a lot of the things like, bro, Chainsaw Man's crazy, bro. All this crazy stuff happening, all these devils, all this, killing and gore. They were just talking about how crazy it was. So, I mean, we could agree to disagree. I think Chainsaw Man's not bad though.
I stand by hear J-Rob and Random's takes on it next episode.
I mean, I think J-Rob thinks part 1 is better. I don't know if Random reads Chainsaw Man. So. It is what it is. If we're being honest, and I stand by this as well, like if we're just being completely honest, every popular series is well written. We're being completely objective. Every popular series is well written. There's no popular series that is not well written. I can find a content creator for every single series that can go deep into this meaning and the writing.
I feel like a lot of this isn't as deep as you think. I feel like a lot of this is just like common Chainsaw Man knowledge and takes. Like this isn't like casual. Like a lot of stuff that me and Ty are talking about are like casual, agreeable things. Like these are things that like we all just have as a Chainsaw Man community of people that watch it just like commonly believe. I feel like you're in the minority in a lot of these takes in terms of like the chainsaw, in terms of what part 1 does and means, and like thank you, Tank. But no, because like I feel like I get some of the things that you're saying, but I feel like you're underselling, or maybe because how it is written and how the shock and how some not the shock vibe, but how some of the story is set up with shock value, you're kind of underselling what's actually happening.
I'm not
saying that that's your fault. I'm just saying like maybe you're not seeing like exactly what's like. Exactly like how impactful certain situations were.
I see what you're saying. I just don't think it's as intricate as y'all are making it seem. I think Chainsaw Man is good, but this
could be fair. I feel like we can both. There could be a medium. Maybe it's not as intricate as we're saying, but it's definitely not as simple as you're saying.
I never said it was simple writing. I said it was
I'm
an
saying
8.
it's not as simple
7
as
or
what you're
8.
saying. I'm not.
Okay, if I think something is a simple writing, I'll give it like a 5. I said it was a 7 or 8. Like, I'm giving it.
I'm not saying simple writing. I'm saying like certain situations in the show / manga. I feel like it's not to me. I feel like you're underselling a lot of the story.
When I'm talking about like very, very intricate writing, that's what I just have like my first mindset goes to like Berserk or Attack on Titan. I think Chainsaw Man's good.
We're talking about goats. You're comparing it to goats?
That's what I call intricate writing. I think Chainsaw Man's good. I mean, it is what it is.
But even then, like I'm not saying that it's better than I don't think Chainsaw Man's better than Berserk or AOT. But in terms of intricacy, like it can throw a few rounds in there with them. Not saying it's better than.
I'm saying why is it not intricate? Like what's the difference of intricate?
It is intricate. I'm just not as intricate. Everything is intricate.
It's not as intricate as the greatest anime / manga of all time. I'm sorry.
I can name. Okay, how about this? Next episode, I'll bring out all the list of series that I think are just better than Chainsaw Man. And y'all tell me if I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me.
I'm the biggest Tokyo Ghoul stan, but like they're on the same level of intricacy. Like they are.
You think Tokyo Ghoul and Chainsaw Man are on the same level?
Actually, we're
intricacy? Yes.
What we're gonna do is because intricacy could just be like things like having like a very detailed, like interesting, like compelling power system. Like that could be interesting.
That way, I can segue into how Furuda's above Aizen and is an S tier villain. But
listen, man, never mind. Let me stop. I'm not gonna go there.
Furuda is up there.
We need to do this, and Aki thing because I that to me is just. Bro, I'm never gonna let that go where I do. Don't you know that? I'm never.
I can't. Oh god, that don't make no sense. It really don't.
I mean, a bunch of Chainsaw Man fans got their takes.
Like comparing like a PB&J to like a filet mignon. Like you don't do that, bro.
Y'all hating on y'all just haters. Hey man, well, I'm sure we'll get into all this stuff. We'll see what we do for next episode. Appreciate everybody who joined. Obviously, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you agree with one of us, you disagree with one of us, you can let us know by joining the Discord, hopping on, saying what you got to say. Will you make me change my mind? Probably not, but you can argue it anyway. Appreciate everybody who came on. Rated 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, so we be the best anime podcast. We doing things. Y'all have a good one. Peace.